Hi, I'm Julie. Welcome back to my channel and welcome if you're new. I wanted to show you what it's like to be part of the 14-day challenge. This is another aspect of being involved in the network marketing coaching group, RankMakers. If you have no idea what RankMakers is, there's a whole other industry that feeds on the multi-level marketing industry, and that's the multi-level marketing coaching industry. So not only is it, it's not enough for you to have your time, your behavior, your information, and your emotions controlled, the BITE model from Stephen Hassan, within your multi-level marketing company. But many of us will seek out additional coaching because we think there's something wrong with our mindset. We think that we just need to work on tweaking our scripts that we're sending out to people and working on our sales conversation and learning effective marketing that's specific to network marketing, because traditional marketing doesn't apply. We need to factor in the success stories of people within the industry. So RankMakers is convoluted, it's intense, and it's triggering. There are so many facets of RankMakers. And if you've been taking in any content from any anti-MLM creator, you'll see that a lot of people, they can't handle Ray Higdon's face. I can't handle it sometimes. It's too much. He himself is a trigger. And so there's the reality show they have, Play to Win, the 100K Inner Circle coaching program I was also a part of. And now there's this 14-day challenge. They also had, I forget the name of it. It's either Guided Goal Power Group or Goal Guided Power Group. There was always additional trainings and courses and challenges. I pretty much bought everything, but I did participate in every one of these 14-day challenges. And I won a lot of them too. If I didn't outright win these contests, I would place in these contests. And I know, speaking out about RankMakers and my experience, it's hard to give you the feel of what it's like, because you can hear this and you're like, well, we're all on our phones anyway. Like, what does this 14-day challenge entail? And I think you really need to see it to believe it, just like everything. And you have to watch some of that horrible reality show that the Higdon group made called Play to Win in order to see the abuse. And a lot of people can't watch it. Creators can't touch it because it's so triggering. They get worn out. It's exhausting, tackling this already difficult subject of abuse within the multi-level marketing industry, never mind seeing these coaches go at it. And with the added burden of knowing that a lot of people just within RankMakers and are still in the multi-level marketing industry, they've gone on to continue to manipulate and prey on people. And some of them know exactly what they're doing. Some of them still haven't woken up yet. And I hope that they do. I believe that they do. They will. So what this 14-day challenge is every quarter. So every quarter of the year, right? Like January, and then like January, February, March. Then like it would kind of like be March or whatever. It wouldn't always be like exactly every quarter, but about every quarter, there would be this 14-day challenge. Now, Ray was really big on doing live videos for Facebook to create leads, to generate leads and have sales conversations that could potentially lead to a sale or recruiting them into your network marketing business. And he, if you've seen any of his stuff, he has his big myth story now that he's just like copied and pasted over to Christianity, which was, I was $1 million in debt, living on my buddy's couch in personal foreclosure. My wife was paying, or my girlfriend at the time was paying my electricity bills. And and then I got into network marketing and all was solved. But then when he got coaching with Grant Cardone, but then I got coaching from Grant Cardone and all my problems were solved. And now he found out he was an orphan spirit and now all his problems are solved. But buy his merch, buy his shirt is like, you'll see he'll wear a 14-day challenge, top earner club. Now it's God first. These are patterns of behavior this man has been doing for years. And I hope to continue to add to the growing body of evidence that he is what we all know, a scam artist, a grifter, and extremely dangerous. He is excellent at manipulating people. So 14-day challenge would happen every quarter. He would, part of his story too is that I showed up every day and I did a video, and he'll catch himself. Sometimes he'll say I did a live video, but when he started in like doing network marketing, there was no Facebook live videos. So apparently he would do these YouTube videos, and he kept showing up every day like a lunatic. That's what he would call himself. And eventually people started to reach out to him, and then he recruited them and became the #1 income earner in his multi-level marketing company, part of his big myth, which only reason he became the #1 income earner after being in 11 or 12 different MLMs was because he got in at pre-launch. And according to his own blog, his downline consisted of 85% of the company. It's written right there. 85% of the company, and yet he's not the top of the pyramid. It's just all due to mindset and going for no. Doing personal development every day. No. So he would go live every day in RankMakers, and it was called the Ray Daily. And so many of us were just enthralled with this man, myself included. I thought he was so intelligent. I thought he was a marketing expert. I really had so much respect for him. I was blinded, just like so many of us. And when these 14-day challenges would go on, there would be an additional Facebook group that would be made, and it would be called 14-day challenge. This one I'm going to look at is June 2019, and we're going to go through every day. I'm going to like stop it and edit it so I can remove when he says people's names. I don't want, their identity to be revealed, or their, I don't know where they're at or what they're doing. And you'll see him in his glory in these 14-day challenges. So it's a separate Facebook group. You pay, you could pay anywhere from like $7, $17, $27. It would just depend on what the amount would be. Sometimes RankMakers would get a discount to get into this 14-day challenge group. Sometimes the cost would keep going up as it would get closer to the 14-day challenge. And then sometimes people outside of RankMakers, they would have to pay more. So it was kind of like in that ballpark though. And after he would do the Ray Daily, which could last a training that you would want to tune in to watch him live. Like that was the thing. That's what we all wanted to do. It's like you would make that your priority in your life, which I did for 5 years. And I'm not alone in doing this. And you would be like, this is like riveting. It's, the training is so good, but it's even more powerful if you're live. And then you're commenting with other people, and you're seeing other people's comments, and you really feel part of something. And so after he'd go live in RankMakers, then he would go live in the 14-day challenge. So we would all go over there, the ones that were participating in it, which it was heavily sold in RankMakers, big surprise. And then we would watch this training, and these trainings could go another hour, an hour and a half. The Ray Dailies could be like an hour or more. And then we would go and watch another hour and a half of this training, which a lot of it is just selling, beating you down, selling more courses, selling his upcoming book, beating you down, getting you to promote that you're in the 14-day challenge, hashtag all your content about being the 14-day challenge. You're going to see this man at work. This is how cults operate. This is how manipulation is done. This isn't where you think, oh, well, how can this man, I'm unimpressed by him. He's not charismatic. He's boring as fuck. But that's what happens. You do get bored. You kind of get lulled into almost like a fucking trance. It's weird. Like you just kind of sit there. You think, oh, well, he says a lot of good things. And it's just, that's what it's like. It's like a lull. And then this shit is implanted in your head. I know if you have not come across my content before, you might be hearing this and you're like, bullshit, like take accountability for your actions. This might be your first introduction to coercive control, coercion, what it's like to be a part of a high control group. It's fucking weird. I was in this group for 5 years. I got in when I think I was like 42 or 43, and I stayed in for 5 years. I knew better, but these things happen by degrees, and they can be likened to being in an abusive relationship too. It's like, why don't you just leave? It's never that simple, because you don't see the abuse. Sometimes I didn't see the abuse while I was in this. I didn't see it until I had left, and I didn't fully see it. I'm only fully seeing it now, and it's continuing to reveal itself as I have the courage to go back and look at different trainings and courses that I purchased and wonder, what the hell have I been a part of? So Trigger warnings of every kind. It's not an exaggeration. I don't know what the hell he's going to say. Nobody does ever. It's usually extremely triggering. He uses any, I'm going to say trigger warning right now for anything. He uses this on the daily. When we were in RankMakers, this became our floor. This was like normal. So he'd talk about concentration camps, Auschwitz, pedophiles, sexual abuse, human trafficking, anything, suicide, anything, you name it, he'll integrate it in there. And it's always meant to like keep you off kilter. Like you don't know what's going to happen. And it's kind of like opens up your emotions. And so it's almost like I would readily accept these ideas because I was so thrown off. What's really dark about this is then we go out and we would do this too. We would duplicate this behavior. That's why when you see people that are at the top of their pyramids and they're getting coaching from Ray Higdon, they're teaching this to their teams. We all know the multi-level marketing industry, the gaslighting, the psychological damage, but you've got these coaches on top of it where people don't see the abuse and then they continue, they duplicate the abuse. The abused do become the abusers. Okay. Welcome to the 14-day challenge. So this was day 1 in June 2019, and I'm going to do a video every day and show you what it was like. I think this is the best way, is an immersive experience into what it's like for a typical rank maker. Barring somebody doing a documentary on some of this in the future, which I really do hope it happens, because this is a nut that needs to be cracked wide open. So this is day 1. You're in the group. You've been invited. You're like, hi, everyone. Welcome, challengers. Introduce yourself. Let us know where you're from, what your hobbies are, and anything else you might like to share. And we'd all be posting in the group and all excited. We've just come over fresh from the Ray Daily. We've gotten up early and written some affirmations. We haven't prospected anybody yet. Maybe we haven't made any piece of content, but we're waking up and we're starting the day right. And now we're going to go into the 14-day challenge and spend another at least hour and a half listening to Ray. And then we're going to do our tasks that were assigned, not only in RankMakers, but in the 14-day challenge. And this doesn't even count or touch what we're given or what we're supposed to be doing in our individual multi-level marketing businesses, wherever you're in, Monat, Herbalife, Arbonne, Mary Kay, Avon, whatever. Let's do this.
Challengers, what is up?
What's happening?
All right, our very first video in here, our very first day of the 14-day challenge.
So this is important to point out. He's always wearing merch. Usually he sells it, and it's always like to refer to something that you might want to ask him a question. He thinks that if you're wearing a shirt, people are going to ask you, he's like, what is Top Earner Club? I'd like to be a part of that. Well, if you make $100,000 a year or more in your network marketing business, you can then apply to have the privilege of potentially being coached by moi. That's what his Top Earner Club is called. I'm wearing a shirt that's like very discreet, high profit mumble. It has cats sitting on pieces of pizza and they're floating in space. This may or may not be a fit for you, but would you be open to having a piece of pizza with me and watching cat videos? If not, no big deal.
Excited. It is June 26th, so y'all know that this is live. And this is some recording you put together, is it? But what's going on? So
I have to say this too. It's important for me to point all this stuff out because I want it on the record. I did everything I could to point out that this guy's a grifter and a con man. However, this is going to lead, especially since he's now calling himself a prophet. And he's in a few short months, he has he's giving sermons. He's never been to seminary school. I think he's converted to Christianity or some new branch that he's decided to found in about 4 to 5 months. So it's important to point out all these things. When he says in that little voice, oh, this isn't recorded, no, this is live, because he's setting you up, because he has in subsequent 14-day challenges, he cheaps out and he doesn't do these live videos anymore. He has the same recording. He has these cheesy slides where it's like invest, learn, teach, ILT, day 6. This is the marketing thong. So the first, I don't know, 3 or 4 14-day challenges, he would go live every day. They'd be like these new trainings. But then he realized, I don't need to do this work. These people are suckers. They will literally buy anything I do. So I'm just going to record it, and just every subsequent challenge, I don't even have to go live. I'll just put the same video that I've played for the last 4 challenges over and over again. So it'd be the same one for like the one in January, the one in March, every fucking quarter. It would just be the same video, the same 14-day challenge. And I was one of those people. I'm just like, I learn something new every time. Even when it's the same exact training I was taking, I was still attending them. Even when he just went to like complete, it's just like a slideshow. So what he's doing is he's like addressing any kind of criticism before it happens by making it like, you'd be so stupid. It's like, yeah, I'm live. I know it's not a recording. Like, you have a poor money mindset if you dare object. These are like these subtle nuance things that he's doing the exact same thing with his Christianity. I don't want to call it Christianity because it's not. And it's an insult to people of faith. Sienna agrees. You don't fuck with cats.
What is today? Wednesday. All right. I'm excited to be on here. I see some very familiar faces. I'm sure we'll see some brand new faces. And so let's just go ahead and get the party started. One mission I'm on this 14-day challenge is to do our best at making these as concise as possible. So you'll see that I'm gonna jump in and just rock and roll with you. So I got a few things to cover, but
keep that in mind. He's going to jump in and make it really concise. These are not concise. These are lengthy videos. And it's just, everything is a contradiction. He says it, he does something different. He says it, his behavior is different. Also the, the framed Inc. 5000, all of this, everything this man does is strategic. It's meant to say, like, look at me, I'm a successful businessman. I have a photo, I have a frame thing that says Inc. 5000. It means I'm extremely important in the business world. I'm a businessman. I have a Top Earner Club t-shirt on as well.
I think this will be fairly quick because I know you guys are busy. I know you're busy, and there will be topics that we have to go deep on.
Fairly quick. I think this video is an hour long.
And then there will be topics that we can cover in a very concise amount of time. And so let's go ahead and get started. So first of all, I just want to say,
not this one. My apologies. This one it's only 34. I think it's like just under 35 minutes.
Congratulations on taking your business seriously and jumping into this 14-day challenge. And we're excited. We love doing these. I mean,
this is what they'll say at every multi-level marketing event or course or challenge or whatever you purchase. But with these multi-level marketing coaches as well, is like, congratulations, you have decided to take your business seriously. This was the same thing that was said to me when I enrolled into the 100K Inner Circle coaching program through RankMakers. You're special. You're actually investing in yourself, unlike other people who aren't. So this is the setup. They all do this. Even if you go to a multi-level marketing event, congratulations, you are the ones that actually came here. You're taking your business seriously, so that you feel, oh, I feel really good. I feel special. I am taking it seriously.
They are a lot of work, but they're also a lot of fun. We get to meet brand new people. There's always someone that we've never seen before winning contests and challenges. And speaking of contests, our first,
what do you win? Like, it's so this is so culty. You just win his approval. He has people that are rank makers that comb the internet. You have to hashtag 14-day challenge. I believe then they somehow get allocated groups of videos to watch that we have made according to his instructions, which could be you're graded on the title a lot of the times, and your call to action at the end, or whatever it happens to be. And then they're given to him, and then he will look at the videos, and then he will say, this is a video that is one, this is an honorable mention. Like, it is so fucking weird. I know that looking like now, but at the time we just thought this is totally normal. This makes sense. Like, wow, this is so awesome. I'm going to learn how to make these Facebook Live videos. I'm going to get really good at doing videos. So then people will reach out to me, and then I can sign them up for Monat. And then we can all get to the top together. We're going to have time and money freedom.
One will get announced tomorrow. And just a reminder that we are going to give away over $5,000 in cash during the next 14 days. And we hope that you win some of it. We hope you win some. Not only that, we'll probably give away some prizes as well. We may have some little offshoot contests or offshoot challenges.
Trying to get money from these guys? Nightmare. I've done content on this, and I have since learned from other rank makers that had placed in contests. So you could get like 1 through 5, you know, you get $50, $100, it would go up like that. They didn't get paid either. And I've done videos on that, like the email exchanges back and forth, the excuses they'd make with not wanting to pay me.
And we're definitely going to have some fun. And so let's just get started. So this is the 14-day challenge is where I really get to flex around marketing. And I know many of you are in our RankMakers group, and in RankMakers.
So he hasn't started yet. He said he was going to keep it concise, and we're at 2 minutes and 22 seconds in. He's really rambling. It's important to point this out too, because he projects shit all the time. And he also accuses everyone of doing things that he does. And maybe that's the same thing as projection. Correct me if I'm wrong. I am wrong about a lot of things. Still unpacking and relearning words, meanings of words. But one of his big hangups, I think, is him not feeling concise. And so he loves to accuse others of not being concise. So this is a good example of just him talking about what he's going to do, how he's going to teach you, but he can't do it himself. 2 minutes, 22 seconds in, talking about how he's going to be talking about what he's going to be talking about right away.
Makers, I cover a lot of stuff. I do cover some marketing, but I cover a lot of prospecting and scripts and posture and
posture. If you're new to my channel, you might be thinking that might have just escaped you. You might have just been like, okay, prospecting, recruiting, posture. No, this is important. Posture is it's a cornerstone. It is like the heartbeat of Ray's rank makers, because he likes to redefine words, and he has redefined the word posture. The definition of posture is the belief in what you have regardless of external acceptance or approval. So this is all geared towards distancing yourself from your friends, your family, anybody that is pointing out what you're a part of is a pyramid scheme, that you're turning into a predator, that you're emotionally manipulating people, and that your bank account is draining dry and you don't see it, and you're defending the very people that you're giving all your money to. Posture is the belief in your network marketing business, regardless of external sources of information, people pointing out that your company has violated a number of like FTC regulations or whatever, or I don't know, has violated laws, pointing out that it has, according to the FTC, similarities to being a pyramid scheme, even though it has products, because every multi-level marketing company that has been found to be a pyramid scheme from the FTC, there's been 30 of them. They have all sold products. But when we're in multi-level marketing, we think that, no, my company there's no way it could be a pyramid scheme because it sells products, and I love my products, so I don't care. That's kind of like one of the ways we just take it. We don't critically think. So posture is the belief in what you have, regardless of external acceptance or approval. It's also a thought-stopping cliche.
Closing and things like that. The 14-day challenge is where I flex around marketing and marketing psychology. And these are, for me, the little bit more, I don't want to say advanced, but a little bit more, just a kind of different set of skills.
When you're in RankMakers, you're getting access to prospecting, posture, recruiting, closing, but this is like more marketing. This is different. You're special. You're in a special group. I have special information that I don't normally share. In order for you to get this information that is very exclusive, you need to pay me money and be a part of this other group. And guess what? These groups are interminable, as are the access to this secret knowledge that I don't ever share. I shared this in the last 14-day challenge. No, I didn't. I wouldn't say it's advanced, but there's going to be new stuff in this one. And I'm actually starting up another different type of group for Instagram, for TikTok, for whatever. This is another pattern of behavior. It's important to set this up for day one.
You know, there are the basics of speaking to humans, human communication, posture, follow-up, closing.
See? Posture again. Once you don't even need to watch much of like my content or other anti-MLM creators' content to get a feel. You're like, oh, this is how this guy works. You can start picking out things, what he does. I've seen comments now on YouTube where people are explaining to other people about 100K inner circle, what his language of posture is, about ILT. People know this is becoming now, it's like out there into the public. So this fucker can't hide anymore. And that's good, because once these conversations are normalized around being a part of a high control group, seeing how, what it feels like, the shame about, and then leaving, how we're controlled, how we feel like so stupid afterwards, and how, you know, people are looking at you like, how could you be so stupid? And I'm like, because I was fucking brainwashed. And you're like, oh, well, that's not accepting responsibility. It's like, you don't fucking understand. It's like an abusive relationship. And it's like trying to get through that, and then trying to like, then taking responsibility for like me learning how to emotionally manipulate people and doing that. And then clearing out the brain frog croak, to be able to fucking look at his face and to point out everything that he's doing. Just to look back, it's taken me like over a year to even look back at some of the courses I've purchased. So the more that this stuff is out there, like that we can all talk about just publicly, like it's a big deal, but it's not like this secretive, like we can't talk about this because, you know, Ray is going to like make a piece of content about you. We've shattered that fucking glass ceiling.
Asking the question, those are kind of the basics that a lot of people need in network marketing. This is kind of that next level of attracting people to you, generating leads, getting people to reach out to you, and becoming someone that's aware of and able to execute smart marketing. And just to define the difference here, there's always two categories to build any business. There is prospecting, which is reaching out to an individual, and it's active, right? You're actively reaching out to an individual and you're having a discussion. Could be through text message, face-to-face, phone call, direct message on Facebook or Instagram or whatever, right? You messaging an individual, you calling an individual, you speaking to an individual. That's prospecting.
You do see the way he's like his personality has changed a lot. I mean, he was always like a dick, but like, I mean, it's fucking weird now. You know, you can see the way he shows up on videos now. I think, I don't know, maybe I'm still unpacking this. Let me know what you think.
Prospecting. Marketing is actually passive. You're doing something you hope somebody responds to. Now, it's more leverageable than prospecting, meaning if I'm prospecting, in that prospecting message, what can I accomplish there? Well, I may get a sale. I may get a sign up or a sale. In marketing, I may get thousands. I mean, there were videos that I created over the years that generated tens of thousands of leads. and hundreds and hundreds of sales.
A lead is somebody that likes his video, or a lead is somebody that views his video. That's what he considers a lead. Anybody that sniffs in the general direction of his video is considered a lead. It's weird too how he is. If you're in marketing, or you are like, you're an actual marketing expert, like a literal one, not a network marketing expert, I'd love to know what your thoughts are about him saying marketing is passive versus prospecting too. Anything actually, any comment is really is insightful, because so many of us rank makers, we head to the comments as we're starting to like wake up. Different YouTube creators, we go to the comments, be like, what are people saying? Like, this is, it's like, holy shit, I never thought of it that way.
And so marketing is passive, but it is more leverageable. Now, you'll hear me say this throughout the entire challenge. Just because you're learning marketing doesn't mean that you should stop prospecting, because most of you aren't generating that many leads. And so I wouldn't stop prospecting because you're learning the magic of marketing. You know, marketing can be a seductive mistress that can actually, if you abandon all your standard business building strategies.
Leverageable. I want to find out. Capable of being leveraged. Wow, that doesn't help. This is like when, you know, you go to the yellow pages, you're like washing machine repair, and it's like, see machine washing repair. Then you go to machine washing repair, and it's like, see repair washing machine. It's like, oh my God, just give me the fucking definition of leverageable, because I don't know what it means. I don't know if it's so leverage, the exertion of force by means of a lever. Finance, the ratio of a company's loan capital debt to the value of its common stock equity. Now, fuck no, I don't even understand that. Verb, leverageable. See, he says it's leverageable. To me, that's kind of like a noun. Verb, use borrowed capital for an investment, expecting the profits made to be greater than the interest payable. Second definition of the verb, use something to maximum advantage. He must mean that. You're using it to maximum advantage. It's leverageable. Your videos are, but that still doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to me. Does it make sense to you?
It can actually seduce you the wrong way. It can seduce you in a...
So this is like, why are you saying seduce so many times? First off, but you need to prospect still. So not only do you have to attend your company's events, the Zoom calls, the training calls, watch the live video in RankMakers, do prospecting, which he keeps saying, I'm crazy. I'm a lunatic. I showed up every day for 10 years and did a live video, at least one live video every day. And I'm still going. And I went for 20 no's a day. Do you know how many people I would have to prospect every day just to get 20 no's? I have to keep harassing people. I was prospecting 200 people, and I have a friend who, and I actually have a friend. It's like, it sounds like I'm right, but she was prospecting 300 people a day when she was in inner circle coaching. There's people that were prospecting more than me. I was like at my peak when I was prospecting 200 people a day, following up with 40 people a day. Because that's, I couldn't do any more because I'd run out of time. And a lot of times I'd be blocked from sending messages because I was spamming people on Facebook and Instagram. And then plus I'm making content. I'm participating in the 14-day challenge. I'm trying to make these live videos. That takes time. It takes a lot of time. Prospecting takes time, but you're sending out copy and paste messages. Sometimes you're adding value in groups. You're trying to like give helpful advice and lure somebody over to your personal account so you can friend them and then drip on them, add them to a separate drip list or a Facebook group to then recruit them. Like, this is a lot of work. You need to do all of that, and you need to become amazing at marketing, because a lot of you're not generating any leads. Not like me. I have videos that have tens of thousands of leads. This is exclusive knowledge.
Way where you stop doing prospecting and stop doing other things that were working for you. And so you got to maintain that balance. When I first started,
it wasn't working for you because it doesn't work for more than 99% of people. So people aren't having success because over 99% of people don't have success because they can't have success, which means earning time and money freedom, which is what multi-level marketing companies, the industry sells. The business model is made that way. That is the only way it works. Most of the people like in there are at like kind of like lower mid-level that kind of sit there year after year after year. And then you have the vast majority, the churn rate of 50 to 80% per year. People going from one MLM to another and another, thinking that there's something wrong with their mindset. It has nothing to do with them stopping prospecting what was working for them, because nothing was working for them, because they're in a pyramid scheme. They are in a flawed, deceptive, uneconomic business model. Adding more work on your mindset and learning how Ray flexes over marketing and the deep psychology of his marketing isn't going to change the business model either.
Started doing videos, I still prospected like a mad person because I didn't have leads coming in. We want to get you to where you're starting to get leads coming in, but in the beginning, probably not going to happen. So you still need to prospect. And I know a lot of you leaders have a large amount of your teams in here. And I just want to hammer that message. Just because I'm teaching you marketing in these next 14 days doesn't mean abandon prospecting. I'm not saying that at all. Now, you may get to a point where you're generating so many leads that all you got to do is follow up with these leads. And that's fantastic. That's the place I wanted to be, but I definitely wasn't there in the beginning when I first started this. And so
what's weird too is that like the genesis of him doing these trainings about doing live video challenges, I went on YouTube and I was just like searching around, and he did this before RankMakers. He had all these like people manipulated, just like he manipulated us. And it wasn't a 14-day challenge. It's like the prequel to the 14-day challenge. It's just this rabbit hole that keeps going with this man. You see these people doing, it's like, I did a live video for Ray Higdon, and they're just, it's like, oh my God, this is where it started. And maybe it started even before that. That's what I've seen. And I see these people sitting there on their computers and they're learning for their home business. These are these tips that I learned from Ray. Oh man. And then years later, here we are. It's like, this is 2019.
There you go, right? Marketing, passive. You're doing something you hope an unnamed individual reacts or responds to. So marketing could be a Facebook status update. It could be a Facebook Live, could be a billboard, could be a flyer on the.
And just in case if you're new and you're like, you don't know anything about me and I'm, whatever. I don't think he does these 14-day challenges anymore. And I don't know. And I don't know totally the reason, but I was a like high visibility in these 14-day challenges. I won a lot of contests. He fucking liked my videos. He gave me a lot of credit, a lot of exposure. So within like this little group, RankMakers, I had a lot of like people that liked my videos. They saw that I was getting praise from Ray, which is like the best thing that you can have. And I was vocal. I'm fucking vocal now, but I was vocal then. I'm like, this is amazing. Everybody should sign up for the 14-day challenge. It's so great, right? And so when I left, I woke up and I left. I started, anti-MLM content. It's like fucking good luck doing a 14-day challenge with this fucking loose cannon running around the internet now, I'm sure that must play a factor. Maybe it doesn't, but that's what I fucking suspect anyway. Because also, this is the other thing too, is I did do a live video every day for 3.5 years straight. I followed his instructions. And most of those videos were pretty fucking good, as good as I could. They weren't just like, hey everyone, hi guys, these are these, like, I did research, even though I was like plagiarizing people's shit off the internet. I was doing what he had taught. I thought it was good. I thought, well, I'm giving credit. I researched this. I invested my time. I learned something new. And now I'm teaching it. And then I'll put a call to action at the end of it. Taking somebody's work that could possibly not even want to support the multi-level marketing industry, using it to then put a call to action at the end in my video to recruit people into my multi-level marketing company. So I was one of the few people that did that. Now, I know there's some others out there. I know there's, I have another friend that was closing on 3 years without missing a day, doing a live video every day on Facebook. When I was doing them not only on Facebook, I was going on to Instagram too. And I would go in my, my private customer group. I'd go in my team group. I was doing fucking lives all the time. So I did that every fucking day. I didn't miss a day. So I had like the, you know, I had this presence. So when that is fucking removed from your like, oh, 14-day challenge, I'm going to flex my marketing and you're going to generate all these leads. And I've won. He's praised my videos and it's on record. That person goes anti-MLM. The fuck do you do then? Oh.
You know, the coffee wall,
get a
the coffee shop, you know, corkboard, could be a podcast, could be a blog post, could be all kinds of different things. You're doing something you hope someone reacts or responds to. We are going to cover marketing over these next 14 days. All right. You may or may not be aware. In fact, I can tell you 944 of you are aware and have signed up for the notifications. So in RankMakers, we now have a way.
6.5 minutes into the video, he still hasn't gotten into what he's going to do. Remember, he said he was going to dive right in. He respects your time.
To notify people of when I'm going live in that group. We also have enabled that way in here as well. I do not have the instructions on me. They're in the group somewhere. If you are unable to find it, just ask and someone can point you. Someone on our team that can help you out. Or if you just ask in the group, someone's going to help you out. And so there is a way for you to sign up for notifications, not text notifications. It's just a Facebook notification that just says, hey, I'm going live in a couple minutes. And it just lets you know. So 900, as of today, 940.
Like if you knew how easy it was just to get a Facebook notification after listening to this, you wouldn't even know how to turn on your phone and find Facebook because it's so convoluted. This gives you an idea though. Like your brain gets scrambled listening to this guy. And we fucking listen to this guy. When I interviewed Susan Dones, one of the NXIVM 9, she said something, and I'd like to learn more about this. If you're watching like TV, if you're watching videos online, it's something like you're indoctrinating yourself. There's something about that that's really powerful. And that's what I want more information on or people to study on. Maybe there are studies out there, but because so many of us involved in these high control groups, it's done virtually now. And we would just fucking watch these videos. It doesn't make sense. Like I'm looking at it, it's like, this is so bad, but you've invested some time and you're already watched 6.5 minutes of it. I've paid $27 or $17. Oh, there's not that much. I'll just watch it. And that's how it is. Like, you know, when you're in just RankMakers in general, like you pretty much watch everything. We can't get enough of it. Like, I don't want to fucking admit that, but it's true. That's it. We fucking thought he was so smart. I'm just blown away. How the fuck did I not see this?
4 of you are signed up for that. If you would like to know when I'm about to go live, sign up for that. Instructions are somewhere in the group. All right. So I wanted to make sure I covered that. Number 2, expectations. So a lot of times people come in with their own kind of expectations. And so I just want to kind of help you out with some things here. So actually, let me just share with you why we know this works. And it's going to take me a second because I had it saved as a picture. And
when you fail and you fail to recruit people to your network marketing company, or you see all these glowing testimonials of people that have quadrupled their business, thank goodness for the 14-day challenge with Ray Higdon and his amazing training and attraction marketing. And someone else says, I just finally recruited 375 people after the second day in the 14-day challenge. It's like, there's something wrong with me. And it's like, it's your expectations. It's like the whole fucking, it's all strategic. All of this is a show. He has been at this for a long time. So take this information and you watch it. Watch what he does with his weird faith sermonizing, or he's giving sermons. Who in their fucking right minds if you have some kind of congregation and this guy has just fucking said, I'm a Christian like 4 to 5 months ago, and now you're giving him, you're letting him have sermons, and there's information out there on the internet pointing out horrible abusive behavior. What fucking religion are you? You don't have to like me. You don't have to like that I swear. But what the fuck are you thinking? If you think that you're protecting your flock, is it okay? Or it's like, you know, your specific religious sect is like, you can abuse other people, but just not us. You're being abused. If you're fucking listening to this man, he is manipulating you. And I'm not the only one speaking out about it.
And I didn't pull it up before I went live. And so
expectation, back to the back off my soapbox there. It's your fault. You had these expectations. There's something wrong with your mindset. And that, again, is why you need to enroll in the next 14-day challenge or consider qualifying for 100K inner circle coaching. You need to keep doing that personal development work. You've got to manage your expectations. People come in here, they expect from taking this that they're going to actually get results. Well, don't be blaming me. It's your mindset. You need to keep showing up. It's like going to the gym every day. Do you expect to just go into the gym their very first day and you've achieved all your goals? No. Well, then why would you expect that here? It's all... Ugh.
Okay. So this will be our third 14-day challenge we've ran this year. So far this year, the 14-day challenge has generated over 39,094 leads.
So he says, you manage your expectations. Well, this is how it proves it works. Because in the 14-day challenge, just like with this is all manipulation, all strategic again. Just like in RankMakers, we have to report anybody that likes a video, anybody that, all our data. So then he uses it as credibility and he uses it to sell the next course. He's already working on selling the next course, on selling the next 14-day challenge. So in RankMakers, once a week, we have to fill out this thing called a tracker attacker. And according to him, only 9 to 11% of people ever did this. And if you did this, then you would get sent a special bonus training that you would access through your Higdon Group University. You would only get this training if you filled in the tracker. Oddly enough, since I left RankMakers, I'm not in fucking RankMakers. I'm still getting these bonuses. I can access everything. I wonder if I'm still included in their statistics. So within the 14-day challenge, this is every day for 14 days. You have to fill in every day. You do your live video. You have to hashtag 14-day challenge, of course. And then you have to fill in this tracker saying, I got 4 leads from this video. I got 1 person. I recruited someone. I got a customer. So all this now, he gets this information and now he's saying it to you. You have expectations about this? Well, let me tell you. Oh, I should have pulled this up beforehand. I should have actually been prepared about this, but I don't have to because I'm a con man and you're going to give me your money anyway. 39,472 people got leads, but like this is just these numbers that when you're in, you're like, oh, this really works. This is just more evidence that it's my mindset, that it's not, that this additional training that I've purchased, I put all this time into learning how to do a live video according to Ray, being graded on him. We're all being schooled about how to show up on Facebook live videos like Ray. And that's why you're not recruiting people, is because you just didn't do it. Your call to action wasn't as good. Your title wasn't good. There's a fucking shower rod in your background. It couldn't be that you're in a flawed business model that is designed for most people to fail. And it doesn't matter if you are somebody who has never had a bad experience. It doesn't matter that your life has been personally transformed and it's literally changed. You're part of the statistics. You just slot in at the top of the fucking pyramid. And you not paying attention to what's going on with your downline, you now replicating the abuse that you were taught, You saying, well, it's not, it's not the business model. It's that people don't really know what they want. You victim blaming, you are now a part of the problem.
1,165 sales or signups, and 1,035 people did their very first Facebook Live from these challenges. Now, those numbers aren't our numbers. Those are your numbers. Those are participants.
No, they're his numbers. He's taken them from you. They're yours. You've done this. Good for you. And I really like doing videos. I love making content. And I feel like a lot of people like to learn new things, try different things. Doing live videos, it isn't for everyone. It's not good to like push someone to do something that they just don't want to do. People like to do other things. People like to like write, not be on camera, maybe hold the camera, maybe do like anything else, right? For me, I really enjoyed doing this kind of thing. And I know for some people, they really liked it too. And it was exciting. Like they did their first live video, but can you imagine? It's like you're getting out of your comfort zone, doing your first live video, and it's for network marketing. And you're using Ray's schmoogly way of intro, question, content, call to action in his weird robotic way that he pretends to be a human being. He'd say it's like, you got to learn how to speak human. Fucking Ray, you need to learn how to speak human. Well, don't fucking say typically and actually that much. Or this may or may not be a fit for you. Or any way, shape, or form. What the fuck is up with that? That statement, that phrase. It's like the fucking Jetsons, man.
We know that this stuff works. And so I want
to
encourage you
to work.
Come into this knowing that.
3.5 years. Every 8, I think I did 8 of these 14-day challenges, which I have been removed access from one of them. And I really think I should email fucking Higdon group support and just be like, I'd like access to my fucking content back that I purchased. I might do that next. We'll see. I did everything he said. I was praised by him. I won contests. I placed in contests, won money. When they did pay me, got the fucking recognition, held up as an example, and it didn't fucking work because the business model is flawed. The way of doing these videos, that there's only one way to do a Facebook Live video to grow your network marketing business, is a joke. There is no joke. This whole stilted way of having a conversation, it's not reality. You don't need to be like, hi, my name is Julie Anderson. Do you struggle with growing your network marketing business? Stick around because I've got 5 effective tips that are proven to explode your network marketing business in 2023. Number 1, blah, 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 blah. If you enjoyed these tips, send me a DM with the number 5 in it, and I'll send you another 5 additional tips that I have. I've got them on a special PDF just for you. Nobody fucking talks like that. Only Ray talks like that. And he taught us all to talk like that. They're like, that's how you, and then we would all look at each other's videos. So we're in our different multi-level marketing companies, and we're in RankMakers, and we feel even part of something even more special. We're like, all you fuckers that are not even in RankMakers, we're even better than you. So we're like the cult of Monat, the cult of Arbonne, the cult of Herbalife, the cult of fucking Amway. And then we're in another cult of RankMakers where we're better. Like Monat, I'm better than Arbonne. Arbonne's like, I'm better than Monat. But then we're in RankMakers, we're better than all you fuckers. We have this other weird sense of unity in RankMakers. And so then we all troop around. There's not a lot of us, but we're enough. And there's like leaders that he has said they've got a lot of their team in here. So they're high profile in their companies and they think this is good behavior. And we're all watching each other's videos and we're like, oh, this is how you do live videos. It's a great warning sign for what to avoid. You see somebody talking, you're like, I know you're in multi-level marketing. I know you're in a pyramid scheme. This video is fucking terrible. Even though you can see these people are really trying and they believe. I had so many friends stand by me through this. I have no idea how they did it. I have no idea how they put up with me. I was so fucking obnoxious. Doing my live videos every day. Oh, fuck.
Now, sometimes people, regardless of the results, they bring their opinions in, right? And they're like, well, I think they're...
Imagine that, Ray. Somebody having an opinion. It's hard to imagine, isn't that? Someone having an opinion that maybe what you're doing is unethical, manipulative, and abusive, exploitative. The adjectives go on.
Right. And so they're looking for their way to be done. And we're going to do it the way that we've seen it work for people. I will tell you,
no, it's just about control. It's not about getting results. It's not about actually, it's some people will, if you get a customer, or say you do get like a video that does well, we will fucking make it sound as good as possible. We will get as close to lying as possible. So for example, if you've never had any customers and you get 4 customers, you say, I quadrupled my business. You won't say, I just got 4 customers that signed up and they bought this thing on sale. Then it ended up being like, I earned $15 total. No, you say, I quadrupled my business. Technically, it's true. Technically, it's true. That's truth, according to Ray and RankMakers and any of the affiliated groups. 100K Inner Circle Coaching, Goal Guided Power Group, 14-day challenge, anything they sell, that's their version of reality and the truth. And it's all done to just get like praise from him, praise from your peers within the group. And you feel like, I am really onto something here. This is going to grow my business. We don't see it as lying. We see it as like, this is how you market. Okay, now this is what I have to do. We might feel a little off about it, but that's reframed as like listening, being stuck in our comfort zone. Your instincts are your comfort zone. If you listen to your instincts, it's not said that way, but it's like, don't listen to your instincts. That's your comfort zone. You need to get out of your comfort zone. You need to listen to me. There's people that want to do it their way. No. When you're in a cult, you cannot critically think. You must listen to the leader, his way or the highway. And nobody wants to stand up and be like, no, it's true. He's fucking loaded. He's got millions of dollars. He's got like this. He's got a fucking Tesla. Dude must know more than me. Fuck, I should listen to him.
Most people, this is important for some of you, because some people are so addicted to expectations and they're so addicted to how they want things. Most people catch the replay. You know, we have almost 500 people live on here, but we had, I forget the exact numbers. Actually, I'll tell you. And we still don't have everyone in the group.
This is all meant to confuse. Just keep in mind, all of this isn't about actually helping you grow your network marketing business. It's to keep you addicted to buying more courses from him and staying within the group. So he just started off with saying the numbers that this works. People are addicted to expectations. And then he rolled into like 39,000 people had these leads. And then he says, some people are addicted. Some people have opinions and are addicted to their expectations. And then he starts going into more numbers. Even when you know what's going on, you can feel the fucking, like my bicycle wheel. You spin that wheel. It's like your eyes, both eyes are like, what the fuck is going on here? This is strategic. This is how you get lulled into being like, okay, everything you've said, I don't know what you've said, but it all sounds reasonable. So when it gets to the end of the action step, you just like dutifully obey until you wake up. And you take your fucking opinions and you give them to the world.
Group, because they're just not listening to us. We're telling them, hey, join the group already. We had 3,300 people join this 14-day challenge. And we have much fewer than that in this group. So we're still wrangling these folks and telling them to get in. And
it's not, it couldn't possibly be because the issue is on your end. We're trying to wrangle these people, and there's something on them. They always have problems. With the Higdon group, they couldn't pay me. They couldn't manage to get a check and send it out to Canada, even though they had no problem doing that before. Never mind all the other shit. I'm just pointing out like easy little things to like tangible examples here. It's the issue isn't 3,300 people and how many people are in the group, and it's all their fault. That's how stupid these network marketers are. How lucky are we to have Ray as our coach? Couldn't possibly be his system. Couldn't possibly be his leadership. It's all those other people that aren't in yet. They're so stupid. Good thing they got me to help them grow their network marketing business.
In fact, we're so adamant on attempting that. Not only do we send them a ton of emails, we're actually driving ads. Imagine this. Imagine how nuts we are. We're driving ads.
And he still hasn't gotten to the point. So remember that. He said that he was going to get to the point, and we're at 9.5 minutes in now. He's just talking. He's not concise.
Of people that already bought that aren't in the group yet. We're actually advertising to them, hey, join the group that you paid for. And so, you know, we're just nuts. It's
just amazing. It's so amazing how stupid people are and how smart you are. We have to, like, they're so stupid that you have to advertise to them to join the group. It couldn't possibly be that your group is shit and your system is shit and your business is a fucking joke. It couldn't possibly be any of those reasons, which is going on in 2019. And I'd love to see what's going on now, because I don't think it's improved one iota. Not fucking nary an iota.
To get as many people in here as possible. There's some people that just they avoid all instructions, and then they get mad later. They're like, how come I'm not in the group?
But see, this is all about if you do not obey, and I require 100% obedience, which the goalposts always move, so you're never going to know exactly what you're supposed to do. You're going to be mocked. Nobody wants to be like that, because we all respect him. We think, oh God, I don't want to do that. I don't want to be like one of those people. I got to just say nothing. Just do what I'm told. It's again, like, it's all strategic. This is what he does to set it up so people that are already following him and respect him fall into line without being told, do exactly what I say. He does this weird passive aggressive shit.
So anyway, when will I go live? Well, that depends. You know, the last week I was in Hawaii and I was going live only because I'm kind of crazy. I was going live at 3 to 4 a.m. Hawaii time, which is very nice.
You are fucking crazy, and I hope you get help. And crazy is a term that I've learned, you know, it shouldn't be used so willy-nilly, but you did use it, and you are fucking crazy. There's something wrong with your mental health. You're probably a malignant narcissist because you are a fucking cult leader. And you know exactly what you're doing. And you have for some time. You abuse people publicly. You make jokes about it. And now you're preying on people of faith, which is so fucking dark and low. So yeah, you are fucking crazy in the way that is, I don't know. I don't even know. This is why, like, when I do those live reactions to Play to Win, I make fun of him wearing white shorts, because this shit is so heavy. Like, when you start seeing him in action, like, there's only so much lighthearted jabbing you can do before I don't want to, like, obscure the message, but it's hard for people to take it in. So that's why there's, you know, you're trying to find ways to have humor, but without obscuring the message, and also having some kind of empathy, but also calling out the abuse. You can see why people stay away from Ray. He's a piece of fucking work.
It's an easy for East Coast, right? So that was like 9 a.m., 10 a.m. Eastern, and you know, on the East Coast. Now that I'm back during this entire 14 days, I believe, unless something comes up, I believe I'm on the East Coast every day of this 14-day challenge. And so most of the days you're going to see me come in here around 9 a.m.-ish after my RankMakers video. So every single day since the first week of July 2017, I've gone live in the RankMakers group, and I go live in there every single day. And this will always be after that. And so it's going to be around 9 a.m. Eastern, but just understand that most people catch the replay.
I think this is NLP, with the constant repetition and the ways of that neuro-linguistic programming, which I know somebody had said, oh, pseudoscience. It can be pseudoscience, but it's also effective too. Like, these principles are the same shit that, like, Nancy Salzman was doing, this whole weird hypnotic fucking bullshit. This is how he talks, and you'll see it. He does the same thing with his Christianity. So he'll like spin the wheel and like grab onto a verse or whatever, like type in a keyword that he wants to do, and then he'll just like default back to a RankMakers training, and you'll be able to start picking this stuff out. I've got to find the video where he talks about showing up like you've got the blood of Joan of Arc running through your veins. People want you to play small. He's already done it with like the nice training, nothing in me cares enough. His first sermon saying something like, you don't need to show up and be, or do you accept Jesus into your life and be angry with someone? But is there people in your life you could challenge more? Who fucking talks like this? He's like selling Jesus like he's selling network marketing now. He's going to come out with a fucking video to recruit people into this religion. And he's using this closing blueprint too at the same time. It's fucking wild.
You'll just not see 2,000 to 3,000 people on live because people are in different time zones. They're in different countries, all those different things, right? And so you're going to see more people catch the replay than catch it live.
He could have said more people catch the replay than catch the live, but he has said this in all these different ways. Upside down, left, right. Oh, you turn me inside out and round. You know, why did you have to keep going on like that? What's the point of this? The point is to confuse you and get you all lulled into this like, not many people catch the live. Most people are going to be catching the replay. Some people are going to be catching the live, but most people are going to be actually catching the replay. When I was in Hawaii, I was getting up at 3 to 4 a.m. Now, if you're on the East Coast, that's great for you. You lucked out. It was at 9 a.m. now. Since July 2017, I've been going live every day in RankMakers. And then right after that, now I go live here. Now, I'm going to be going live here. I don't know exactly when, maybe 9 to 10 a.m., but what the fuck is the point? Everybody's going to be onto your tricks now.
For sure. No question. And so just to give you that kind of heads up, every day I'm going to give you an action step. I'm going to tell you, and I'm just a spoiler alert, it's probably going to be a Facebook Live every single day. Oh my God, every day. Do I have to go live every day? I just want to point out, and you will most likely
I'm going to continue to mock you every day too.
See me point this out in different ways throughout this challenge. It's a 14-day challenge. It's a 14-day.
He goes, this is really bad. He has shamed so many people. It's like, if you can't even show up for 14 days, there is something wrong with you. So his exaggerated behavior is like his fucking histrionics. It's 14 days. How ridiculous for you. Are you kidding me? Stage whisper to underline and emphasize how ridiculous your objection to just doing 14 days. You know how busy and how mind fucked people are already in the multi-level marketing industry. And then you have this fucking guy shaming you on top of it in a separate group where you've been made to feel all happy and special that you're taking your business seriously. And you have something come up like your fucking internet crashes or you just don't want to do a video. And it's like, because you can't even do 14 days, you need to do 14 days in a row. It is the level of which it's like, it is a sacred level. 14 days in a row, it's sacred. If you disrupt it, that's why you're a failure in your business and a failure in your life. That's why where you are, this is how you show up in here is how you show up there. I require complete obedience. I require you to show up and do a live video every day for Facebook for 14 days in a row. It's fucking aggressive. It's controlling. This is what cults do.
Day challenge. Now, I have gone live every day for the last 9. I've done a video because live didn't exist a couple years ago.
He catches himself even then. So that's interesting. That was 2019. You'll see him slip up now. He'll catch himself. He doesn't do this explanation. He'll be like, I do a video every day. He's tightened it up. He's actually become more concise now with that aspect of his story, which who knows if it's even true. I doubt anything this guy says.
Oh, but I have done a video every day for the last 9.5 years. Every day. Well, what about the days you didn't feel good? Those
Well, I did it every day for 3.5 years. Every day, even when I didn't feel good. I did more than one live video every day. And I was fucking congratulated by you. And I was taught by you. How do you fucking explain that? Is it just that I've got a negative mindset? Didn't think that when I was fucking paying attention to everything you did and said. But all the other people too that did exactly what you said. How about them? Every single one of them. Maybe we're all like those people in the group that they registered for the challenge, but they can't get into the group. It's all their fault. Is that it too? Just curious.
days too. What about the days where you had a calamity in the family? Those days too. What about the days you were traveling?
What about a death in the family? What about a sickness, an illness? What about if you are undergoing surgery? Yes, everything. Every day. There are no excuses. You can see how toxic this behavior is. This fucks up people's lives doing this. You make this a priority. That's what it has to be, a priority. And you think about it all the time. So when I was doing these daily live videos, it has to be if you take a day off, that means you'd have to start all over again. You've given up on your business. You've given up on your life. You might have been this close to achieving success, to recruiting that one person that was going to explode your network marketing business, that you can only rise to the top when you're helping others. You'd betray your whole team. You'd betray the people that had the same childhood trauma as you. That's what this is all knit into. It's not just like, well, in normal world, it's like not a big deal. Don't do a live video. It can't be. For network marketing, for multi-level marketing, it fucks with your head. So when we don't do something, that's when you see people in the hospital and they're like, I can work my business anywhere, because it has to be that level. It has to take over your life. That's the only way we'll continue to show up and do it. It has to become the priority. And it did become the priority for me too, because that's the only way it can. Until the day I decided it wasn't going to be a priority more. And then the next day, that was the first day he made a fucking live video about me without saying my name. That began that trajectory of the onslaught of being made a fucking target by this guy. That's what happens when you don't obey.
Traveling those days too. And because who I want to become is much more compelling and thriving and focused than any of my excuses. So I do a video every day. I'm not saying you have to.
You also don't know how to cook or clean or take care of your children properly. Because you're fucking around on the internet all day on your phone, making live videos. From one grift to the next. You're a fucking joke.
But I'm saying it's 14 days. Can we commit to 14 days? And I also purposely read to you that this year we've helped 1,035 people do their very first Facebook Lives. So if you think that that's a valid excuse, then it's
that you didn't help them do their first live. They did it. They may have purchased membership into the 14-day challenge, but they did it. It's not your success, and you don't get to take their success away from them. That's on them. They pulled their credit card out, put that information in. They chose to turn on the camera. They were given shitty, terrible advice on how to do a Facebook Live video using your Facebook Live formula. The magic that happened was due to them, not you. They probably would have done it on their own anyway. They didn't need you after all.
It's not. So if you've yet to do a Facebook Live, let's do your next 14. Let's have 14 of these things, every day for the next 14 days. If you want to go back to, weak habit land on day 15, go for it.
Go back to weak habit land on day 15. Now, keep in mind, when I was in this, I thought this was fucking powerful. I thought, oh, this is good. I didn't see this as being aggressive. I'm like, this is true. I've been weak in my excuses. I need to show up powerfully. I need to commit. I can do this. And I made it right in my head because I have a background of being an endurance athlete. So I made it make sense to me. I made it make sense that I was like, I would show up and do workouts like swimming, biking, running on days when I didn't really want to. You can make it make sense in whatever you're in your life. That's how I did it. And then also like with my endurance athlete background, I was like doing triathlon for over 10 years. And then I would like fucking start winning races. So I'm like, I'll have to do this for 10 years until I get good. I was like not looking at the business model at all. I had no idea that there was this loss rate. I just thought, oh, these products are great. I grew up, my mom had some Avon and Mary Kay. Didn't seem like it was a big deal. I didn't know what I was getting into. And then that coupled with my background of like working really hard without seeing results right away, it was just a fucking recipe for disaster. I kept going. It's amazing that I fucking woke up.
Go for it. I'm not saying you have to be a psychopath like I am and do a video every single day. But
he said it.
It sure has gotten us a lot in life. It sure has gotten me out of foreclosure, out of being dead broke, out of being chased by bill collectors, out of being $1 million in debt, and into $1 million years, $1 million months, $1 million weekends. And so I'm just saying what I do, and I'm just setting the expectation.
I'm just saying, I have all this affluence. I'm a millionaire, $1 million months, $1 million weekends. And if you can't show up for 14 days, that's why you're not a success in your multi-level marketing business. Like there's no coming back to something like against that. There's no excuse. There's no rationalization. There's no talking with him because he's right and you're wrong. Because if you were right, you would have millions of dollars to prove it, but you don't because you're in a flawed business model. And the only people that are in this are, most of us are not making any money. You do have some leaders that are either still brainwashed and believe that they're helping their team, or they're in on it. They know what they're doing. And they're like, I'm getting a kickback from Ray for bringing in people in here. Maybe he's going to give me a discount on my coaching, whatever.
Expectations for this group. So if you're going to whine and cry on day 5,
this is day 1. If you're going to whine and cry on day 5. So do you see? It's subtle. The lulling, the confusion, welcome, you're taking your business seriously, and then he fucking starts. If you're going to whine and cry on day 5, we're not even like, he hasn't even talked about anything. We're at 13 minutes in, but this is what he does. And I really hope that you're starting to, well, you're seeing more. You're seeing more of how he manipulates, how he sets this up. So he's mocking you now, accusing, building into this.
Because I've asked you to do another video. It's 14 days. And what drives me nuts is people with humongous goals, but as soon as you ask them to do a little bit of work, they're like, oh God, I gotta do another one. And so I hope that's not you, but there will be some of you. There will be some that whine and cry and baby bear it up on day 4, day 5. Day 5, you'll see a bunch of them flex.
You're a fucking asshole, Ray. You're a terrible coach. And your live videos are fucking terrible. And you know it.
Flexing and saying, I'm behind. I haven't done the work because I've been so busy, blah, 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 blah. You get to choose. You get to choose. You know, some of you in RankMakers saw me do my video yesterday morning after flying from Hawaii all day, it was 7 hours, right? 7 hours from Hawaii.
The life of a privileged rich man. You know what I had to do yesterday? I had to fly from Hawaii. I had to fly for 7 hours. And I still showed up and I did a live video offering so much value for you. I didn't do anything else that day. I ate some food. I drank some water. I didn't have to cook. I didn't have to clean. I flew for 7 hours, you guys. And I still showed up. You saw me show. I gave so much value. Fuck. And it's weird because like looking back at this, like I remember fucking looking up to him. I still feel it. Like I still remember like having so much respect for him and awe that he would do all these videos. And and then I also now on outside of this, and as I continue to heal and speak out, I'm like, you're a fucking monster. How can you do this to people? You know, how can you talk to people like this? It's just really fucking weird. I know what people will say. It's like you can hold, you know, two feelings or two opposing views at the same time. It's like, I got a fucking like, I don't know, like a ball, a map, all like a spectrum, all of them. It's so weird. And it's like there's some of it's from the past where it's like I remember what it was like when I was in there. And then it's like what I feel now and knowing what I know now. It's so weird. It's so fucking weird. And I don't know if I'm doing a good job of explaining this. Maybe you just see the bafflement and the bamboozlement on my face.
I landed in the Dallas airport, bloodshot eyes. You know, I couldn't sleep because I was so worried about Sabrina. I kept looking over.
Oh my God. It was really challenging. You know, you had a 7-hour flight and you had bloodshot eyes and you're just worried about your kid. Fuck. How did you do it? How did you do a live video after all that fucking exertion? My God. You're a strong man.
For every 5 minutes at Sabrina Bear. And, but I did my live. I had like a half-hour layover until I flew out of Dallas, and you saw me do it in the airport after a red-eye flight. And so there's no excuse. Whatever. You got big goals, which I hope is the case if you're in here.
If he ever had any kind of actual challenges, can you imagine? Oh my God. Getting like a flat tire out in the middle of nowhere and there's no cell service, which isn't even a big deal, but like, can you imagine him losing his shit? Like that's just normal life. You're on a flight. Oh my God.
Then rock and roll. And if you don't have big goals, what are you doing in here? I mean, I honestly, I don't know. I don't know what you're doing. And so expectations, most people are going to catch the replay.
But I think this also is good. So if you don't have big goals, then why are you even here? This is something, I think it reinforces like the identity too of the people in this group. And I know for a lot of us RankMakers, we were like that too, because we're like, yes, we show up. We are different. We take our business seriously. We don't want to spam people. We want to operate with integrity. And so it's this weird like aggression and mocking and contempt that's amplified from the multi-level marketing industry into RankMakers and the coaching industry. We don't see this for what it is. We see this as us being, we really do see this as us being special, but not like I'm better than you. Even though we do feel better than you, we don't see it like that. We just see it like that we're special because we're working so hard and we want to help other people. But in the background, we believe that we're better than you. But it's not like I'll see comments, people will be like, how do they not know what they're doing? Like they really believe they're better than you. It's not this fucking conscious thing. It's like the belief that we are better than you or than other people. It's overshadowed by all this work and thinking like, I am tough. I'm going to show up. I can do this for 14 days. Like there's this weird kind of appeal of being coached, directed in this way, because that's the formula of the multi-level marketing industry anyway, is you have to behave like this. So I'm already in Monat. This is the behavior. Then it levels up when you get into RankMakers. And then again, when you get into this 14-day challenge or any of these other groups, this is normal for us. And so it's not only normal, it appears as true caring. This is what we see it as. So we're so like enveloped by this. We're going to be working together. We're working with our goals. We're going to be showing up even when we don't want to. But behind all of that is that because I'm better than you. But so I hope I'm explaining it. I'm still trying to find the words to explain this stuff. Sienna is too. Can you hear her? Do you want to come up here? Last video, she was behind me there.
I'm going to go live right around 9 a.m.-ish, most likely for the next 14 days. I'm going to give you an action step every day. That action step is probably going to be a Facebook Live. We're going to have 3 or 4 contests, but we are going to give away $5,000 in cash and some additional prizes as well. And so other than that, now I will do a video every day in here. And we also will have a summary, but I would encourage you to watch the video. Again, commit to 14 days. And if you're on a cruise right now and you're watching this and it's already day 7, then, I would do the action steps. I would do the action steps as at least you hear them. And so there may be some people that bought into the 14-day challenge, are out of commission for the next few days, and they'll be, going through the videos a little bit later. That's fine. I would still do the action steps. We have honed this thing to really maximize what you get out of it. And so keep doing it, keep making it happen. Tomorrow, I'm going to announce a contest. It will be our first contest. And I am always aware that there's people in different time zones, right? There's people right now. I see my friend Christine, who lives in Australia. There are people in different time zones in here. So we're never going to say, hey, here's a contest and it's due in 10 hours. We're never going to say that. And so we're always going to give you multiple days to participate in the contest and give you every shot possible. And so if you're catching the video live, don't worry, or you're catching it not live, you're catching the replay like 8 hours later, it's going to be okay. We're going to give you multiple days to participate in the contest. And so there you go. I have 2 tools that I would suggest to you. And I know many of you have maybe both of these or at least one of these.
Oh my God, I wonder if he's going to try to sell the ring light. The fucking RankMaker ring light. Please make it happen.
One is our ring light. Now, I will tell you, I have...
I can't even make this shit up. Okay. Ray has this fucking thing with this ring light. I threw out all of mine. I got many of them. And because when you're a rank maker, you buy, and you're in multi-level marketing, you buy everything, even though you say you're not inventory loading. So this ring light, it had this this wire or this, I don't know what the fuck, what is it called? It's like a cord or is like this, there's a clamp on the end of it anyway. And then it has like a phone clamp, and then on the other end there's like a clamp that you're supposed to be able to clamp this thing everywhere, but you can't clamp it on a lot of things because this clamp could like mark your furniture. It would scrape off like the enamel off shit, so you'd like have to use like a face cloth. And it wasn't very good in hotel rooms either, because like a lot of those desks, they're not just like a flat edge, like they've got like a beveled edge kind of thing, where it doesn't open wide enough or whatever. So you're like, where the hell do I put this thing? So you're supposed to clamp this ring light on, and it's got that springy thing. You can bend it every which way. And then you have the phone clamp itself. Now this phone clamp, it always broke. Everybody had problems with it. And then he would say, we have money back guarantee, lifetime guarantee for this thing. But I don't know what all you people are doing with these ring light clamp or these clamps. I've never had a problem with it. And like everybody that bought this thing, their fucking clamp broke. And then they remodeled it. And I remember I got pissy service from his customer service. I had good customer service. I also had pissy customer service where they're trying to it was like some weird gaslighting thing going on. Same thing. It's like, oh, this clamp, like you said, there's a lifetime guarantee. A lot of us felt bad that we didn't even want to contact customer service to get the replacement part, because they said we will send out these replacement parts for you, because we're like gaslighting ourselves. So he would fucking go on about this ring light clamp. So this ring light too. And I would sell this fucking thing. I would tell people would ask me, oh, what are you using for a ring light? I'm like, oh, you need to get this fucking ring light from RankMakers. You never mind going onto Amazon. Oh my God. So this ring light, it's like, if you've been following RankMaker content, this is up there with the word posture. I am not shitting you. This fucking ring light. And I haven't talked about it this much, but it's time. It's time for the fucking ring light. So you're going to hear him go on about this fucking ring light.
There are different things that I use at home. I use this sometimes at home. I use it all the time when I'm traveling. And there are two things that will immediately help your videos. One,
shit, I fucked up. I wasn't playing this. I gotta rewind it and go back here. I was laughing so hard fucking watching it. Okay, I'll just rewind it a little bit here. Sorry about that.
live, don't worry, or you're catching it not live, you're catching the replay like 8 hours later, it's going to be okay. We're going to give you multiple days to participate in the contest, and so there you go. I have two tools that I would suggest to you, and I know many of you have maybe both of these or at least one of these. One is our ring light. Now, I will tell you, there are different things that I use at home. I use this sometimes at home. I use it all the time when I'm traveling. And
this has got to be another stage of healing from RankMakers, because I'm fucking loving this ring light right now. Oh my God, if you're an ex-RankMaker, there it is. There's the fucking ring light. Is it bringing back a flood of memories?
There are two things that will immediately help your videos. One, lighting, and two, steadiness. Some of you are holding your videos and I feel like I'm in a dryer. I'm like tumbling around. And some of you are doing them in this dark corner and you got these shadows underneath your eyes and you just look nuts. And so we have this ring light, and it does say RankMakers on it.
Always selling shit. This is day 1 of the 14-day challenge. She said he was going to be concise. Get right to the point because he respects your time. We got to sell this ring light. Now, because you're in this 14-day challenge, you got to show up, and the lighting, you're either going to be looking like you're tumbling around in this washing machine or dishwasher or whatever, or you have all these shadows underneath your eyes. The only solution for that is to give me more money. Get this ring light. The fucking with the clamp that always breaks. Fucking clamp.
But obviously anyone can use it. I bought maybe 10 different versions of things like this, and they all sucked. Either the
only one that didn't suck was the one that I sold. These are mini eggs. I'm going on to the coffee next.
Amp was weak as crap, or the light sucked, or this thing broke, or whatever. Just so you're aware of it.
It did break. That's the piece that broke, is that fucking thing. Oh my God, this is such a find. I was going through the different 14-day challenges. I'm like, I don't know what one I should do. I wanted to do one where he's not done the recording, where he just like cheaped out. I wanted to do one where he was going live every day, but I didn't want to look at the videos because of face. So I knew that they started, starting to do this was like in 2019. So I knew if I picked a 2019 14-day challenge that I was going to get, him before he did these pre-recorded ones and not did these live videos. So I didn't know what was going to be in the videos because I haven't seen them in a long time. And so it's so fucking funny that he said that about that clamp. That's a gift. That's a gift from the gods. Sienna is going to jump down on this computer and it is not going to be good. She's jumped up into my closet and she's looking to jump down now. I really like it when I see people's cats interact on their content. And I was hoping that she would. And then this has evolved organically. But I'm afraid she's going to like wipe out my computer. She went back up there. Okay. I want to display the middle finger at all times as well in the background. That's important. I tried 10 to 15 different and all of them sucked except that one. That one is the best middle finger.
Buy this through us, we do guarantee it. If something does break, which the only thing I've ever seen actually break is I've seen a handful of people, this thing right here.
See, I told you. It wasn't a handful of people. It was everybody. This is the best part of this video. Oh my God. I can't even believe this. It's hilarious. It's just a handful of people. Everybody. That clamp sucked. And then you had a new clamp. And I don't know if it sucked because eventually when I left, I got so fucking mad. I threw everything out. And I wish I had kept it because I would have liked to burn it instead.
We replace it for free. We stand behind it. But this is something you may consider getting, especially if you travel, but it works at home too. And I've used this a ton of times at home. I won't do like a big pitch for it, but
he's not doing a big pitch for it. This is what he would say too about if you are selling something, to hold it and caress it like it's the best thing ever. Because I was on the road for 795 days every year, and I walked up to the hill both ways to school. And when I had to do these presentations, I would get paid nothing unless just commission. And I had to sell a 7.5-hour course into a cold crowd. Like, it's always these fucking numbers that don't make any sense. But so what I would do is you got to hold it. You got to love on it. And so that's what he's doing with his fucking ring light. And you know what? It fucking worked because I bought him. I bought him. And a lot of us did. And then a lot of us go do videos and we're doing the same shit, but it's not working because we're not like the fucking cult leader. We're just all the little followers going out replicating this behavior. And then you're watching us on live video thinking, oh my God, what are you doing? When are you going to wake up?
It's on at rankmakershop.com. There's a video that shows you all about it. But this will knock out lighting issues and will knock out like steadiness issues. Like some of you submit contest videos and you're like, ugh, and I'm like getting a headache, you know, from watching your video. You can eliminate that. Just have a stand, and if you can't get this, get yourself a tripod or something. But this is one thing. A new tool that we launched a couple weeks ago is our persuasive titles and headlines.
Oh my God, I love that shit. I just fast forwarded. I'm so sorry. I'm going to oh no.
You know, one, most people don't believe it even when it's true. Like I get all kinds of haters on
oh my God.
For it's high at RankMakers watching your video. You can eliminate that. Just have a stand, and if you can't get this, get yourself a tripod or something. But this is one thing. A new tool that we launched a couple weeks ago is our persuasive titles and headlines.
Oh my God, I loved this book. It's called Persuasive Titles and Headlines. So this is the purple color of the Higdon group. Sienna's gonna come down and it's not gonna be good. I don't know what's gonna happen. Sienna, do you need some help? So there's a closet and there's clothes like jackets hanging. So I lifted up her bum and she just climbed up the closet, like the coats, just like their old coats, and balancing on top of the hangers, and then went up into the attic. So now she's balancing on the rod, and it's like the jackets are all wiggling. She's on the hangers, and she's going to launch, and there's not a lot of space for her to jump down, and she's going to hit with a force, like thunder. Hear the thunder, lightning and the thunder. Thunder. Here she comes. Oh shit! Don't land on the computer. I kind of want to move that cam just to show you. Come on, Sienna, you got this. I wonder if I should. I wonder if you can see her. Oh, this isn't working at all. how the hell do I do this? There she is. You see her? There she is. She's on the top right there. Sienna, come on down. See, this kind of thing, if I did this during a live video, Ray would lose his shit. You don't want to be, you do not want to be having fun going off topic. You need to be concise. You don't want to be shaking. No, none of that. But this book, this was just another expense for us to buy. That's something that we couldn't live without. This would be guaranteeing that your titles of your Facebook Live videos would be eye-catching and compelling for people scrolling by, because he would teach us that people are scrolling by in the feed super quick. And that is true, especially on TikTok. And you're not doing live videos on TikTok using this formula anyway, because they look at your title and they're going to be like, oh, I think I want to watch that video. So we would think, oh, this is an investment in my business. And it was just shit like, how to, even if, that would be a formula. Do you hear? Oh my God, are you in that? I think she's right there. Because it's like a scuba suit, like a dry suit. I thought she was in the suit, but she's back up there now. Come on. You got this, Sienna. Come on down. You got it. She's coming down. Come on, Sienna. You got it. This is my mouse pad. Come on, Sienna. Oh my God, this is exciting. This is such a... All right, let's see her again. There she is. Look at her. She's coming down. Come on, Sienna, you got it. You got it. You can do it. You can do it. I might have to lift her down. Oh, I think I might do that. I think... Okay, just hang on. Sienna, come on. Come on. I think the next time she goes, I'm gonna I'll help her down. Okay. Are you there? Where are you? Good girl. She's there. Good job. That was awesome. Oh my God. Yeah. So this is, she did a good job. All right. So this Persuasive Titles book I thought it was amazing. I bought extra. I'd give it to like my teammates. I'd encourage them to use it. And of course, I also hashtagged the hell out of content I would write about it. I'm like, if you're in network marketing, I'm so happy and grateful I did this 14-day challenge. And then I found out about this Persuasive Titles and Headlines book. Oh, so he's just selling shit. This has nothing to do with growing your network marketing business. This is all about you continuing to give him money. And there's that book. Holy fuck.
And tomorrow, I'm actually going to be pulling from this and sharing with you the most important part of your Facebook Live, which is actually the title. Because if your title doesn't stop the scroll, then it doesn't matter what you say in there. It doesn't matter how funny you are. It doesn't matter how entertaining you are. It doesn't matter how big.
That's what he thinks. So it's like the only reason someone would click to watch your Facebook Live video is if the title is compelling enough. And the only way it can be compelling enough is to buy his purple book.
Big you show up or whatever if no one's watching it. And so this is one of those tools that we just launched. We realize a lot of people struggle with how to have a compelling title or a persuasive headline. And so we have in here.
You could just tell them, because the titles are really stupid. And you could just make it in a post and give it away for free, but you have to sell every fucking thing. And they don't even work anyway. The only way they work is if you join this 14-day challenge and you follow exactly what he says. It's like proof you've been spending all this money. And then you're like, oh, yes, you were a good little cult member. You get $50 in this contest of mine. Good job.
90 compelling video headline formulas and examples. Both of these, the light and the book, is available at rankmakershop.com. Rankmakershop.com. If you want to check them out. And if you don't, fine. Some suggestions. Do not try to be perfect. If your first Facebook Live is perfect, then you waited too long. I mean, if you're doing your first Facebook Live, it should be a nightmare.
So this is so weird too. There's this whole focus on perfection. And it's like, what does it mean? Because social media is supposed to be social. You're supposed to be fucking around and having fun. But then you've got network marketing. You've got multi-level marketing where every relationship is transactional. And you are trying to recruit your friends and your family. You're destroying those relationships. That's called your warm market. They're not people. They're warm market. You doing a live video now isn't you just like throwing a potato. It isn't you just videoing your cat, sharing nice things. It needs to be perfect, which is this weird, like raised version of reality of giving a business presentation or some formulaic way of saying, hi, my name is Julie Anderson. Do you struggle with knowing what snacks to eat when you're making a YouTube video about anti-MLM content and a culty fucking leader that you're trying to expose? Well, I've got 3 perfect snacks that are just for you. The first one was Cadbury eggs. Like, it was perfect. I didn't stutter or my fucking cat jumped down. It wasn't perfect. It's like this whole thing of the focus on being perfection is that you have a lot of work to do. You need to get out of your comfort zone. Excuse me. So I'm getting all excited and ramped up because I'm eating chocolate now. You're getting out of your comfort zone. You aren't perfect. You're going to show up and do it anyway, but you have so much work to do. That's why you need my coaching, my title book, my ring light, and more coaching. All this is geared. Everything is always geared for you to continue to keep giving him money. That's what this is all about.
It really should. I mean, it should be a tragedy. It should be a total train wreck. Like people watch it and they like cringe and like, man, that's terrible. And
it's weird now watching this because you can see how everything is magnified. I fucked this up. I didn't show you. I hope you heard that. Not being perfect is horrible, like a train wreck, like this disaster. No video is ever that bad. Nobody cares. The weight of appearance that this man puts on himself and then like teaches it to others is wild to me. Nobody cares about your live videos that much, but this is by hyper focusing on how imperfect you are in these videos, while at the same time saying you have to be imperfect. You need to just show up and do it anyway. But it should be such a disaster that you feel so much shame over. He's fucking good at manipulating people. This is why you need to be in this 14-day challenge. I can help you. You're getting praise for getting out of your comfort zone, but you're also getting that weird passive aggressive, fucking subtle, like it should be a train wreck. You should feel so bad that it didn't go well. Whatever perfection is for a Facebook Live video.
And so stop trying to be perfect. And especially those of you in network marketing, I don't understand.
You know what? You are perfect exactly as you are.
And it. You're trying to make.
Not you. But if you're in network marketing, you are. He knows exactly what the fuck he's doing.
People believe that they can do what you do, but you're trying to be perfect and super branded and amazing, background and perfect.
That's what he's doing. Top Earner Club. Inc. 5,000 in the back. Buy my ring light.
Perfect. Stop procrastinating. And I want you to encourage you, perfectionism and procrastinating, same thing. They're the same thing. So I just want to make sure I got the right microphone.
They're not the same thing. They're 2 different words.
And I want to make sure I got the right background. And I want to make sure you're procrastinating. Stop it. And so your first Facebook Live should be a train wreck. I mean, people should watch it just like, ooh, ah.
Nobody will watch it and do it like that. Nobody will. Nobody cares. My first Facebook Live video wasn't a total train wreck, disaster, horrible thing. I had fun. I was scared and I pressed the button and then I stopped it right away, but it was kind of fun. Nothing to be embarrassed about. Why the dramatics?
Man, they fell down the stairs or something like that. So that's how you get better. And so I want to share with you real quickly. And I wish I had the video, but unfortunately, my first YouTube account got shut down
I want to know what happened with his first YouTube account got shut down. He gave us some story that just suddenly one day there must have been some spam bot or something that just all his accounts, all his videos were reported, and he just lost all his videos. I wonder really what happened about that, knowing what I know now about this guy. What's the real story about that first YouTube channel? What the fuck happened? What the fuck did you do? Truth always comes out, doesn't it?
A long time ago. But first video I ever did, I was nervous as hell, and I actually taped a script to the back of my laptop. And so, here's the camera, right?
That's an unfortunate fucking screenshot. Sorry. He can't stop talking about himself. This video now is 20 minutes and 41 seconds in. And sorry. Fuck. We got to just play this. He's not saying anything. He's not being concise. He's trying to sell you some items
here, right?
And make you feel like shit.
So let me just come in close for this. So here's the camera, and I'm reading my script up here. I'm like,
no.
Hey there, do you struggle with getting leads? Hi, I'm Ray Higdon, and I can help you, blah, 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 blah. And so I did the first video, and that was back before we had, Facebook Live or Periscope or any of those things. And so I did it, and I sent it to my buddy who was, kind of helping me and training me on internet marketing.
Honestly, we would hear stories like this and we would think, he's so funny. He's so amazing. Oh my God. He was so bad at Facebook Live videos. And he's going to tell this story about how his buddy is making all his stories always paint himself as a victim of mockery, of being made to feel small, and then how everybody else is like the villain. It's poor me, poor little Ray. I was just trying to do this and I was picked on. I was, it's always wah, 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 call the wambulance. So this story is his friend laughs at him like, oh, you should totally post that. He says it, but he takes it so personally because he can't fucking handle criticism. He sure can dole it out though, but he can't handle it. So he talks as if like his video, this first video was so horrible, as if his videos are so good now. I bet you that first video, if he wasn't as brainwashed, or maybe he was actually a decent human being, it was probably good, because they're not fucking good now. Now it's that scripted, it's that strategic. I can see exactly what he's doing, as are other ex-RankMakers, people that have worked with him, people that have been his coaches. They know exactly what he's doing. I'm not alone in finding this stuff out. It's so obvious.
And I said, hey man, I did my first video. I was proud. I was like, hey, I did my first video, yay. And so I sent it to him. It was my buddy Robert. And I said, hey man, what do you think? And his response was, LOL, you should totally post that.
Poor Ray. Doesn't have a fucking sense of humor either. Can you imagine his friend Robert? He's like, Jesus Christ, Ray, you fucking take everything personally. Can you not laugh at yourself? It would be funny. Be like, you are proud. So yes, you can be proud, and you can have somebody like, LOL, you should totally post that. He probably saw you were being a fucking poser. You can't laugh at yourself? Are friends supposed to just like pump sunshine up your ass all the time? Not like be like, LOL, you should totally post that. Why is that considered such this like horrible thing? When your ego is fragile, it's a fucking problem. You can have you have to have like people just being like worshiping you all the time. Even your friends. Everyone.
LOL. What's up with that? And I'm like,
And that makes him that triggered because someone said LOL to him. Can you fucking imagine how mad he is now that he's come under more scrutiny?
That face. And so that's how it goes. Your first video is probably going to suck. And but here's something, and I first heard it from Brendan Burchard. Brendan Burchard says version 1.0 is infinitely better than 0.0. There's a lot of people that have version 0.0, and they've been working on 0.0 for years.
So I do I don't like that Brendan Burchard or whatever either. He's scammers and scammers. But I do agree with that. Like if you're going to do something, it's helpful. Like you don't need to put everybody else down or people who aren't taking action yet in order to make your point though. It's the same way as like, I don't want to get a compliment at the expense of someone else. Like you can make your fucking point. You don't need to put other people down in order to fucking do it. Just make your fucking point. If you don't start, if you just try to like learn how to swim and realize you're not, you're going to bump into the wall and you're going to get water up your nose, that's good. It's better than not trying, if you want to learn how to swim. Doing like ripping the Band-Aid off, like kind of like taking action, it's better than not taking action for sure, but not the way that they go on about this. They just try to make you feel like shit about yourself,
They've never launched version 1. Launch version 1. If you haven't done any Facebook Lives, launch version 1. Stop trying to be perfect because it isn't going to be perfect. It's going to be a train wreck. It's going to be a nightmare.
It's not going to be a train wreck. It can be the best thing that you ever did. And it could actually go viral. He doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about.
That's how you build your muscle. That's how you get better. You don't get better by starting off perfect. You just don't. And so I would encourage you. And in this light, it's take people on your journey. So when I give you homework today,
this is important because this is what he said that he would do if he were ever to do it all over again. And this is exactly what he's doing with Christianity, with his version of Christianity. He is taking people on his journey. He has told everyone, he has put it out there exactly what he would do. And he is doing it. He's following it to the letter. He started a new group, Walk in Faith with Ray, going to do a live video every day in that group. This is my journey. Suddenly shifted and now calling it a sermon. I've been doing sermons all this time. Now this is my sermon. All this has been done before and he's doing it again. And it's really dangerous. It was dangerous before, but it's even more dangerous now because of the faith manipulation.
And I'm going to, and it's going to be a Facebook Live, take people on your journey. If it's your first Facebook Live, say it. Say it. Say, hey guys, I got to be honest. I'm nervous as hell. I don't know what I'm doing. I started this 14-day challenge. I'm terrified out of my mind.
Make sure you plug the 14-day challenge.
This is my very first live. I'm hoping that I don't set the house on fire or I don't fall down the stairs. I
don't think the more I look at this, the more I realize that he's terrified of doing anything new and not appearing to look like he knows what he's doing, that he doesn't know. He needs to always be the expert and the best at everything because people don't feel like this. It can be scary to do a live video, but not to this fucking level, like he is going. People can have making these generalizations. People can absolutely be like, there's no fucking way I can't do this. But the emotional weight that he's attributing to this, like everybody's judging you and is against you, that's his own inner demons that he's got going on. They've been running around on that fucking hamster ball fucking treadmill in his mind for years. Everybody hates me. Nobody loves me. I'm going to eat some worms.
hoping that this isn't a total train wreck, but the truth is it probably will be. But I just want to take you guys on my journey. I'm super nervous. And, you know, if you can root for me, awesome. Awesome. And so take people on your journey. Tell them what you're up to. In fact, the first video my wife did, which was back in, I think she did her first video in.
Oh God, it was so stupid too. We've heard this story so many times. And what does this have to do with anything? It's just him talking more about himself, which he's continued to do. And you can still see him doing all these irrelevant stories.
Either late 2009 or early 2010.
Boring. However, it's that lulling you into that weird state, you know?
And you know what she did, which is kind of interesting? She actually did, I believe, a 10-day video challenge. And in her first video, she was like, hey guys, I'm super nervous on video, and I decided that I'm just going to make I'm going to make myself.
It went like this. Hey guys, I'm super nervous on video. I want to go live for 10 days. It probably went like that.
I'll do this. And so I'm going to do a 10-day video challenge. If you want to join me, do it too. And so she did a video every day for 10 days to get better. Now she's fantastic on video, but she was just honest and vulnerable. And let me tell you, vulnerability is way more powerful than credibility. See, a lot of you don't.
This is really important too. And how he defines vulnerability is emotional manipulation. This is when he uses words, he uses examples, whether they're real or made up, of suicide attempts that he has supposedly done. I don't believe a fucking thing this man says. Everything he does is to manipulate others. He has publicly, psychologically abused people. Keep this in mind when you see him creating content now about him, like with his God first shirt on, sermonizing, telling people to pray for those who don't deserve it. His weird, twisted version of interpretation of apparent biblical scripture. I don't know what Bible he's lifting this from, whether it's from Google, whether it's from what religious sect exactly. He is doing right now what he said that he would do.
Maybe you don't have a lot of
if he were to start all over again. And this is what he taught us to do.
Impressive stats or impressive rewards or things that you've done in your life, and you're trying to be super credible and professional and awesome. And let me tell you, that stuff, most people don't believe it even when it's true. Like, I get all kinds of haters on, like Instagram. They're like, that's not your house, bro. I'm just like, whatever. This
is a funny story too. This is important. So he says his ego is extremely fragile. And I believe that he has no self-esteem, like very low self-esteem as well. So he'd always go on about haters. This is 2019. This is before he came under anti-MLM scrutiny. So this was about his reality show, I think. I think this was somebody that had been on the reality show, or it was a RankMaker anyway. And he was doing an Instagram live, and it was a RankMaker. And they made a funny joke saying, oh, that's not really your house. They said it as a joke. And then they explained to Ray, that was a joke. I was saying it as a joke, and he cannot fucking let it go. He kept going on that there was some hater on there, that all this hater said, who was a paying client, they were making a joke. It's like, sure, that's your house. It's like someone seeing CNN and being like, sure, that's your cat. Like, it's like a fucking joke. Like, you're just talking shit. You're just having a good time. You're on a live, you're interacting with someone that you respect and you think you're joking around with. And he did so many live videos about this, like within RankMakers, embedded into his training. He's talking about it now in the 14-day challenge. He could not let this go. That he said that some hater on Instagram All their crime against him was saying in a comment that that wasn't his house that he was at. And the rub is that it was an actual joke. It was a rank maker, and he has to fucking lie. He has to make shit up to make himself look like poor me victim. And it's so fucking weird. You've got plenty more material now to work with, dude. I'm giving you a lot of fucking material to work with for examples. If you want much better than that's not your house. A lot of other creators have given you a lot more material now.
You know, like, I don't care what they think, but even if it's true, they don't believe it. And so making it up, even fewer will. Being vulnerable. Being vulnerable is such a powerful stance to take on social media.
What did that story have to do with being vulnerable? All this is about you ultimately spending more money with him. So please keep that in mind too. Let me give you these little examples of how I was a victim and how I had the whole world against me. My friend laughed at me and said, LOL, somebody doesn't believe I live in this house. Poor me, the violin is playing, my heart bleeds, Purple Panther piss.
And so be willing to say, hey, this is my first time. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm super nervous, but for the next 14 days, I'm going to be rocking this thing out, man. And so take people on your journey. Don't try to be perfect, and be willing to be vulnerable. Now, one thing that you will hear, and I need to cover this. I'll do it, fairly quickly. But one thing that you're going to hear us say is we suggest against using the name of your company, using the name of your product. And let me explain. All right. So the reason that we,
but you can say RankMakers, and you can definitely say my name, but don't mention the name of your company or their products. And this is why you're going to get training on it right now from the man himself. Why? In multi-level marketing, it is unadvisable to say the name of your products or your company.
Say that is people care what do things do for them. They don't care what the company is. They don't care the product name. They care what will it do for me. And so they care that it'll help them sleep better, have less aches and pains, have more energy, lose some weight, feel better about themselves, save on travel, or whatever it is that your thing does. They don't care about the name of the company. And here's the problem. Here's the problem is when you use the name of your company or the name of your product in your marketing, all you're doing, just so you know, all you're doing is you're equipping them to be independent researchers. So now they can Amazon, eBay, Google your name of your company, your name of your product, and the chances of them doing that and then coming back to you, very unlikely. And
why do you think that might be? You're equipping people to be independent researchers. You're encouraging people to critically think. They're going to find things out about your company and your products that you don't want them to find. You're going to label that information as incorrect, as negative, as spread out there by haters, false. Anybody can post negative things on the internet. I want to restrict access to the information that you see in my legitimate business opportunity. In no other business model do you work to actively restrict access to information about your company or its products. Only in the multi-level marketing industry, because this is what cults do.
And so the problem is you won't even know who is interested in the first place. Now, this is not an anti-company stance. I'm not anti-company. And I'm also very careful because it's now become too confusing for people to say, you got to brand you, not the company. It's too confusing, especially the majority of you, maybe all of you, I don't know. Actually, I saw a couple names of people that aren't, but a lot of you are in network marketing. And
a lot of you are, some of them you are like this whole video that was supposed to be concise. All we've been meant to feel are like stupid about ourselves, that we're going to have a train wreck. We're going to look stupid. But and we have these feelings and stories of him overcoming people that hate him and mocked him. We don't see being mocked and like that whole contemptuous of criticizing. We don't see that behavior. We just think, I can do this. I'm a part of something important here. I'm here to grow my network marketing business. I'm going to show up every day and do it 14 days. And the rest is kind of like, I'm just like, you know, you're sitting there lulled again. What the fuck has he said?
It has become too confusing to even use the word branding anymore, because what's happened is a lot of people, a lot of trainers have learned branding from someone outside of network marketing, and they've brought it into network marketing as if it's the same thing.
Right. Because you're in a commercial cult when you're in the multi-level marketing industry. And the marketing is totally different. I got to blur out. Marketing is not marketing. Marketing and network marketing is totally unlike actual marketing. You got that right.
It's not. It's not. So if you are like I saw my friend Erica on here, if you are a business coach, okay, if you're a business coach and a podcaster, then guess what? You should differentiate yourself. You should make yourself special, credible, unique, all those different things that goes along with standard branding. If you're in network marketing, specialness, credibility, you know, why am I a celebrity? It may get you some transactions, but it'll never make you the big money. It'll never make you big money, because if you're so special and credible and I'm not, then I don't think I can do what you do. And so,
because it's all about recruitment. Being special or unique or having a celebrity status or a big influence or a big following isn't as duplicatable, because it's all about recruiting. You need to downplay who you are, what your accomplishments are, and even lie about them in order to deceive people into thinking what you can do, they can do, because it's all about recruitment and getting people to believe that they can do what you can do, which is recruit more people. So then they can teach people how to recruit more people in an endless chain of recruitment.
So there's some distinctions. We won't dive into this today, but the reason you'll hear us say, don't use your company name, don't use your product name, is we want you to create curiosity. We want people to have to reach out to you to find out more information, to have to reach out to you to learn more, so that you can have more conversations. And so you should be seeking conversations, how to get people messaging you, how to get people reaching out to you so that you can have the conversation. Now,
this is how much work it takes. So you're on top of this, you're doing all this training, you're prospecting, you're following up, you're creating other content for your customers, for your team. And now it's not a matter of just like simply recruiting or selling or just writing a post. You cannot mention your company name or your products, because, well, first off, people don't really want to know anyway. They don't care, according to Ray. They just want to know, is it going to make them lose weight or grow their hair? Secondly, if you do give them the company name and the products, they're going to go do their own independent research and they're not going to come back to you.
In that conversation, if you want to mention the company name, fine. If you want to mention the product name, at least you can follow up with this.
Because when they respond to, after you doing this whole convoluted Facebook Live video that we've yet to be given any instructions on, just knowing that it's going to be a train wreck and we're going to feel so horribly embarrassed about it, that when you get, if you're lucky enough to have someone ask you for more information with this call to action that might have absolutely nothing to do with your company, you want to start creating a conversation with them to hopefully lead to seeing if they'd be open to taking a look at your income producing fucking activity, your opportunity. You know how much work this takes?
Person. You see, if you just say, hey, I'm so happy and excited about Grapety Grape, it's the greatest CBD ketone shampoo you can possibly ever buy. Well, guess what? I don't know who went to Google and just Googled it. I don't know who went to Amazon to search for it. I don't know who went to eBay to search for it. I don't know any of those people. And I will never. So
I'm sorry I'm eating these. I don't know why. I wanted to eat them during this video, and I do apologize. I know it really grosses some people out. I just really wanted to eat some chocolate. He said that word grapety grape. He uses this as an example, and all the time. And he has it even, I think he still uses this as an example in some of those reels that he makes. He likes to dress up in wigs, acting like what he thinks a woman is or something. I don't know. It's really fucking weird. And he'll wear like this grapety grape shirt. And he'd use this grapety grape as this example for, instead of using the name of Monat or Herbalife or Amway, Mary Kay, you could say grapety grape. And we all thought it was like the funniest thing ever when we were in RankMakers. Some of his clients from this top earner club even made him shirts, like a shirt and socks that had his face on it saying grapety grape. We thought it was so fucking funny. We're like, oh, every time we do a training about grapety grape, we're like, this is hilarious.
Be able to follow up with them. But if I don't say the name of the company, if I just say, hey, I'm on this new program and I've lost some weight, I'm sleeping better, I have less aches and pains, and I saved on travel, this is incredible, and I don't say the name of the company, don't say the name of the product, then people reach out to me, I can follow up with them. I can control.
People know that you're an MLM.
That. But if I give them enough to do their own independent research, I can't control that. So to be very clear,
because it's about controlling information. It's not about empowering people to think for themselves. It's about, from the very beginning, deception is employed.
I want you to smash it in your company. I want them to have to create a new comp plan for you. I want you to kill it in your company. I want them to have crown, double, triple diamond and say, holy crap, we got to come up with quadruple.
Oh, I thought this was so inspirational. He said this all the time too in his videos. He'd get all jacked up. This is when he'd be like saying, that you have the blood of Joan of Arc running through your veins. I want them to create a new comp plan for you. I want you double, triple. We were like, fucking yeah, right on. God, I just fucking ate it up.
Quadruple diamond for Nancy here because she's a beast. I want them to come up with new ranks for you. I want you to kill it. So I'm not anti-company, but I am anti-company name marketing because it eliminates all curiosity. If I can Google and find out all I need about your company, then why do I need to have a conversation with you? That's
exactly. Why does the business model even exist? Why the need for so much work when it's supposed to be just about the products? What other business operates like this with so much deception? To mask the fact that an endless chain of recruitment is a mathematical impossibility. It's not about the products. It never was. The products can be great. People can love the products. Has nothing to do with the products. Can have the greatest products in the world and a human trafficker is holding them. It doesn't change the fact that it's a human trafficker holding the products. The business model is flawed. Why is it that looking up a simple restaurant name or a real estate agent name is okay to do, but it's discouraged in the multi-level marketing industry? All you fuckers like to use real estate as an example. People need to do their research when they're going to look at who they want to deal with. Why wouldn't they? Why must they be like, just trust me instead? Why? They don't really know you. They know you've got some skin in the game, that you can financially benefit from it. So is that an unbiased access to information? No.
That's what your prospects are thinking, but you're not realizing it. And so you will hear us throughout the entire 14-day challenge suggest against that. Now, a lot of you will take this message and say, oh, I need to educate my upline. Don't do that. Don't do that, because they listen by pen. So you're going to say, hey, upline. You're going to pull on the hem of their dress and say, hey, upline. I know I'm not making any money, but I don't think you should use the company name in your marketing. And they'll look down and say, hey, little downline, how are you today's? And they'll say, you know what? my check is bigger than yours, so I'm just going to listen to me.
Well, that's what you do too.
All right. Instead of trying to convince others of this way of thinking, because you're probably already starting to get it, and by the end of the 14 days, you will, I guarantee you, you will be a better marketer than your upline and everyone up your company, because most of them don't understand marketing. They don't understand psychology. They don't understand marketing. They may be very good at what they do, but they don't know marketing.
You can be a great marketer and you still will not outperform the top of the pyramid, because the statistics don't change. It doesn't matter who you are. You could be a rocket scientist. It doesn't matter who the fuck you are. Over 99% of people lose. That's just how the business model works. It has nothing to do with being a better marketer or not. You won't get anybody to listen to you because they got in at pre-launch and over 85% of their team in Numis, you comprise the company. The fuck? The fucking definition of a fucking pyramid scheme. They only listen to you at your pin level, which is like some people get pins. Monat had pins too. You get the rank up, and I had my pin. I don't know where mine is. I don't even know if I threw that thing out. I may have. I don't remember throwing it out. I don't know where I put it. But if you go to like Monations or go to some event, you're supposed to wear your pin. I was so proud. I would forget to wear my pin, but I loved it. I thought, oh fuck, I'm so proud. I feel like I've accomplished something, you know. Want to have I'm learning all these things. I did. I wanted people to learn too. I'm like, you need to get into RankMakers. This is so helpful. This is really helping me. Didn't help me. I just kept learning. I thought I was learning good skills, but I was just learning to obey and getting like approval from within this other group. And it didn't translate to sales or recruits. I got some recruits. I got some sales. It wasn't solely because of RankMakers. We're all in a flawed business model.
Because it's just not taught in our space. So don't go to upline, downline, sideline, company owners, or anything like that and try to teach them what I'm teaching you in here. Instead, go use it. Go do it. Go prove it. Go hit that next rank and have people ask you, what are you doing differently? How come you're crushing it all of a sudden? Stop trying to,
maybe like some of your other top earners that just keep leapfrogging to found the next network marketing company, getting in. They also get in at pre-launch. That's probably what he fucking coaches people to do. That's what a lot of them do that are still within. You can tell people now, they're like, oh, she's in RankMakers, he's in RankMakers. People can tell now, they're like, oh, that fucking explains everything.
Convince everyone of what you're learning and get their approval, or push them to do, what you think is right now that you're learning a new way. Instead, go do it and prove it. And then they'll say, hey, what are you doing? Have them come to you and ask. And so there you go. All right, let's do your first homework here. So your first assignment.
So we're going to just look at this. This is 31 minutes in, and this video is only 34. It's just under 35 minutes. We're at 31 minutes in. It's taken him this long to actually get to the point. So he hasn't trained on anything. He's just blabbed on. And I was deep in at this point. I thought this was amazing. I was taking notes. I put this into another Facebook group, and I'm like, this is, and I mean, I don't know if it was at this point, I was almost transcribing the videos that he would make. And I don't know if I was doing it at this time or if it was like in 2020, I was doing that. I was transcribing a lot of his other like Ray Daily videos, but maybe I was at this point. I'm not sure, but I thought this was like fucking amazing training. I really did.
Your first assignment. And here's what's fun about this. So no contest, no homework we ever give you is there going to be some massive advantage to someone that has a big following, is an influencer or anything like that. This is even Steven. I mean, we've picked winners that had 10 views on their videos. And although today isn't a contest, I just want to help you out with this, because some people are going to use that as an excuse. Well, I don't have a big following. So what? How do you get a big following? By starting to provide more value. We're going to show you how to do that. And so Your first homework is do a Facebook Live, of you sharing why you're excited about the 14-day challenge, and just tell people what they can expect from you over the next 14 days. And so
this is supposed to be about growing your network marketing business, about you getting over your fear of doing a live video, and also learning how to do like good live videos so you can get these sales conversations, so you can recruit people. But he's right away, your first assignment, why are you doing the 14-day challenge? All of this is about getting more money from him. Make no mistake. Any advice this man gives is about growing his bank account and his own influence. That's all this is about.
Feel free to be vulnerable. Feel free to say, I don't know what all is going to happen, but I'm excited. I want to take my business to the next level, and I want to help provide more for my kids. I want to impact my community more. I want to whatever it is that you're excited about accomplishing during this, during this 14 days, and with the skill set.
You know what's really sad is I still see people within RankMakers that were my friends, I don't know, are my friends, and they have not grown their businesses at all. They fucking cling on to everything Ray says still. They love every post he makes, and nothing has changed. It's heartbreaking to see. And they just keep giving him money. And they think that there's something wrong with them. They don't see him. They don't see through yet. It's heartbreaking.
You're going to learn for the 14 days. Take people on your journey. Don't worry so much about the logistics. How long is it? How this and that. Don't worry so much about the things that commonly trip you up. And instead, just do a live. It can be a couple minutes. It could be 5 minutes. It can be however long you want. Don't worry about it so much. We will get more specific as we venture along. I can't cram all 14 days into day one, but do a Facebook Live. Use the hashtag 14-day challenge. Hashtag 14-day challenge. Now, tomorrow, we will announce our tracker where you can start tracking how you're doing on each of these assignments, and let's rock and roll. So this should be an easy one for you. Even if it's your first one, I've told you what to say. I've told you an idea of where to go with people. And so
when did you say that? You didn't say anything. It was just very convoluted. And this is only coming at 31 minutes into this after having everybody's brains sufficiently scrambled. What have you said? How is it so easy for people that are still new? What you've done, if you've implanted a fear in people's minds that they are going to be terrible, it's going to be a train wreck, and people are going to be laughing at them. And that's going to be extraordinarily hard, and it's going to feel horrible. And you're making it worse than it needs to be. This isn't uplifting people at all. Here's my advice for people that would be doing their Facebook. Same people. This is the thing. Anybody that is not in multi-level marketing where you're like, do I want to do a Facebook Live video? There's no real weight to it. It's like, I just don't want to do it, or I do want to do it. But say you were like, I would like to do a Facebook Live video because I actually have a real business and I'm really afraid to do it. So this would be my advice to you. My advice to you would be to get ready. I would think if it's your very first one and you're really nervous, I would get familiar with the button, where to push it, kind of see, okay, I'm going to go live. How would I end it? And even just get ready to just end it, or just even close if you have a cover like me, just close it. If you a bailout option, give yourself a bailout option. And then I would be if you have, say you sell candles. My friend sells candles. My friend sells these things as well, these middle fingers. I'd show your products and be like, hi, my name is Julie and I sell these candles. And this is my first live video. I don't really know what I'm doing, but I want to show you these candles anyway. And then you could just show them and be like, thank you. I am going to, for the next 14 days, I'm going to do a live video every day. And I hope that I get a bit better at doing these. I get a little bit more confident. And if you have any questions about the candles that I showed you, I'd like to know the price of shipping or whatever, just send me a message, or you can just ask in the comments. Thank you for watching. Bye. That is the advice I would give. And it wouldn't be a train wreck. And you wouldn't have to be manipulating. You wouldn't have to be advising people not to say the name of your business and discouraging them from doing research. You wouldn't have to try to make them feel ashamed or mock them or embarrass them. You could actually help people. You could actually choose to help people. Imagine that.
Melissa's asking, should it be on my personal page, group, or business page? I'm going to suggest that all of these things, I'm just going to make it nice and easy for you. I would suggest, and you can choose to do it differently. I would suggest it go on your personal page, because unless you're doing ads, you're probably not going to get a lot of interaction on a business page. And if it's in a...
And that's bullshit. I proved him wrong there. I had a business page and I had great fucking interaction. And I wasn't always running ads either.
A group, then we may not be able to find it if it's in a contest kind of thing. So I'm going to suggest you do it in a profile. All of you have a profile. And if you don't typically do lives there, maybe you check it out. I will tell you that we get a lot of interaction on our profile. I mean, a lot of our statuses get like 1,000 likes because we've been doing this for a long time.
It's supposed to, this was so impressive to us. Like hearing this, we were like, wow. It's so stupid watching this now. It's like, how the fuck did I fall for this? Oh my God.
Hashtag 14-day challenge. Take people on your journey. Knock out this first Facebook Live. And this is something that, let's set the tone. Let's set the tone. Knock this out even though you have a busy day. Knock this out even though you have 16 kids. Knock this out even though you have 3 jobs. Knock this out even though you're traveling today. Knock this out even though you got a wedding today or a funeral today or a birthday party or a cocktail party.
Even if you have a funeral today, just knock it out.
Or whatever. Or you're feeling verklempt, or you got...
Or whatever. There's no excuse. Just knock it out.
An upset tummy. Knock this out and set the tone. And all I suggest to you is be here in 14 days. Be here. If you can just commit. And guys, it's 14 days. You got big goals. If you can't...
I'd like to just add on to my specific training for you. If you are a legitimate small business owner, not in multi-level marketing, that's what I mean. And say you were like, you wanted to go for 14 days. If something comes up and you don't want to do a video that day, listen to your instincts and listen to your body. Your mental health is the most important thing. Your family's safety, their health is important. There's always tomorrow. Nothing is that urgent to be doing a video for your business. It has nothing to do with commitment. It has everything to do with listening to your instincts. 14 days in a row isn't going to do a goddamn thing. And funny enough, when you give people the option just to be released at any time, oftentimes they don't need to be coerced and forced and manipulated in order to show up and push themselves. They do it. They do it on their own. There's like that fucking story of the sun and the wind. Is it an Aesop fable? The wind is like, they have a bet, the wind and the sun, who can get the man to take his coat off. And the wind is like blowing. And the man just like cuts his coat tighter and tighter. And then the sun, all the fucking sun does is just like spread its joy. And on his own volition, the man just fucking takes off his coat. Doesn't have to do anything. Just felt good. Felt warm, felt safe.
Commit to 14 days. You don't deserve those goals. Just letting you know. And so you will see my tone will fluctuate throughout the 14-day challenge. I sometimes have to come in here and kick some ass. I don't want to. I don't have to. And live.
Yeah, you do want to, and you enjoy it. And you're doing it now with your Christian followers, which is going to be really fucking interesting when they start seeing that. I can't wait for them, for those people to start waking up and for them to eventually start speaking out as well. And if you are one of those people, just know that you're not alone. This is a pattern of behavior, and he's a really good manipulator. He knows exactly what he's doing. And he enjoys doing it.
As far as a deadline, I would do it today, whatever time zone you're in. So do it today. And so there you go, my friends. Zach, I think he's at 15 kids. But I appreciate you guys. Let's rock and roll. Day 1 is a wrap. And good luck to you. May the odds be ever in your favor. And then tomorrow we'll launch that first contest. All right. Bye for now.
Okay, that was it. This is a long video. I want to get these done. I don't know how they're going to look. If I'm going to like stop and comment on them all throughout. I was kind of thinking that they'd be shorter, and maybe they will. I don't know how it's going to look. I don't know why those chocolates. I'm probably not going to do that again. I apologize if that was kind of off-putting. My cat was distracting, but I kind of thought it was fun too. And I'll move on to day 2. Get these banked and then ready to go, ready to put out. So thank you very much for watching. If you have been involved in a high control group, like narcissistic relationship, a lot of us, we have these similar experiences. We have these same feelings, and by connecting with each other, leaving comments, we share and we hear each other's stories. We find new words to put our experiences down, like to make sense of it. And I just want to thank you for being here. Thank every single person who leaves a comment. I can't emphasize enough how valuable those are. It's so healing. I don't know if you understand how powerful it is for someone coming out of a high control group when they see a comment, and to you it can be really casual, but it can be just the thing that somebody needs to see, where it's like they have their experiences validated. I still, at this point, when I'm like putting out content or I'm looking out like about RankMakers, the trainings that I've seen, I'm taking these screenshots. I still am like gaslighting myself, or I feel like I am. I see that it's wrong. I see that like talking about concentration camps and using these like, words like suicide and all this, it isn't right and it's not normal. But I'm like, I need to show it to people. I'm like, this isn't normal, right? This isn't normal. I know it's a rhetorical question, but I still have that uncertainty myself. And I've been fucking speaking out. People that are just, I know when I was first like waking up, I was like, maybe I am the problem. So I just want to emphasize how important any kind of comment that if you feel that you want to share, it doesn't have to be just about being in a multi-level marketing company, because we have these similar kind of experiences as we heal, So there you go. This is a special message too for anybody that's in RankMakers. I have no idea when you're watching this video. And I want you to know that you're not alone. And that I hope you are, if you're still watching this, I'm so happy that you did. I really appreciate you. You know what it's like. And there's nothing wrong with your mindset. There never was. You are enough exactly as you are. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.